yet?
Oh.
No. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are live. So if anybody's watching this, they can then see all this. But it does take a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds for it to actually live on the chat for some weird reason.
Run through as well.
We'll roll with it.
And 9 times out of 10, people can see us before it's even come up on my phone.
Yeah, so I watched the Dave Beasties one you did, and you were having a good little chat before you realised you were live. Dave just eating a Magnum.
Oh yeah. Are we live? Can everybody see us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
There we go. Brilliant.
Fake bit person. That's normally the key.
It's not quite smooth at the moment. It's because Michael a long time ago said the beard weren't real, so he kept calling me fake beard. And then we dyed the hair blue for an autism charity raffle that Steve did, and fake beard Smurf come from that. But the blue is literally just about disappeared now. So
yeah, but the blue may have disappeared, but the nickname's going to stay.
Oh yeah, I was going to shave it off.
Blue currently, not the yet.
But Leo keeps playing with it while he goes to sleep a lot. So I'm like, I got to keep it on for a little bit. But Harry will know it's about the only haircut you can have when it starts going.
Yeah, mine has gone from the middle because I used to have Mohicans, dyed Mohicans, so that was the first bit to go.
I always had long hair and it was down here somewhere, literally down the middle of my back. And then this started going here when I was hit about 30. Yeah. So, yeah. I had it cut in a way so you couldn't see it. And then I was like, I ain't doing that. Just shave it. So I did. But hello to everybody in chat. Tonight we are live with Portsmouth Tarantulas, which is another Scott, Danielle, and Harry. And of course, Ellie's Bug Babies. And with Ellie is Lupang, who joins us this evening. Hope everybody is great. As you all know, before 9 o'clock, we don't swear. We do not cover anything, any adult conversation or anything like that. So if you've got kids watching, they're completely fine to do so till 9 o'clock. After 9 o'clock, be warned, we do swear. Harry's a bit like me, so the odd swear word is going to pop out after 9 o'clock. So just be really mindful. Chris has just put £2 on the chat and says, old fat ginger Smurf with fake beard. Cheers, Chris. I love you too. So hello to everybody in chat. Hope everybody's having a great week. I've still got this cold, which I am blaming Robbie for because he was the only one last Sunday to have it. PJ Ants, Scott and Dan when I was late with McDonald's. What's that one then? He put
That's Perry. That's somebody that Scott works with, and he decided to, on his day off, bring me, Scott, and Harry some McDonald's. And on his way, he smashed his car up.
Oh no!
Uber driver.
That was an expensive one.
And the McDonald's was cold.
Well,
Yeah, the McDonald's was cold. Do better, Perry.
If you see Chris's on Wheels comment and it's in blue, that is Portsmouth Tarantulas link. So click that, go check them out. The previous video was a £20 mystery box that we got. We got it from the show, and my God, it was amazing. There was 4 spiders in there. I thought there was going to be like 2, and I was thinking to myself, there's going to be a curly hair and there's going to be an Asian, but no, there was actually 4 with some sweets in there as well. As go watch the video. I was shocked.
That's why we stopped doing our £10 mystery boxes.
Sorry?
You go, Dan.
I said, Scott, have you never had a mystery box from us?
Not in the past.
It's what we're famous for.
Go on, Harry.
Well, I bought the £20 one off you from the show, and I was like, wow. And it's been Annie's Arachnids and Tarantula Rookie have been on at me to get another one, so I might have to get another one yet.
Well, if you place an order during this live stream, then you'll get some freebies.
Oh.
Yeah, a load of sweets.
Bear in mind, there's 70 people watching, so if you pop over to Portsmouth Tarantulas website and put an order in while this live stream, is going, then Danielle, Scott, and Harry are going to put some extra freebies in there for you guys, which is pretty awesome. So, the biggest question I've kind of been asked to ask you guys is obviously the tarantula packing. Everybody's like, how does Harry do it? How do you get those spiders just literally to run around for 2 seconds and then go straight into the pot of transportation?
But so it doesn't always happen as easy as it looks on TikTok. So Dan does edit quite a bit, but also I had a great teacher in Scott. So because when I first started working for him, it was just me and Scott at the end of the bedroom. That was it. We were just in the bedroom. We didn't have our office or anything. And Scott basically showed me how it's done. And I started off small. I started off with the New Worlds and progressed my way. And obviously, I've been doing it 4 years now. It's about 4 years, isn't it? Yeah. So obviously, when you do anything for that,
the end of our bed.
Yeah, we just did it on the bed. We did packed out on the end of their beds. So yeah, so we've come a long way in 4 years, haven't we?
Anton wants to know if you guys do any of the trapdoor spiders or any of the true spiders as well as.
If we got trapdoors in, then we would, but trapdoors are pretty much impossible to get in at the moment.
Get them occasionally in a collection. Like if somebody sells us a collection, occasionally we might get the odd one, but to actually get them in stock. But true spider-wise, we've got a lot of the phalanxes in, the NFL phalanx at the moment. Like the curtain web spiders, beautiful little things. Beautiful
spiders. Very fast, but I find them very calm. I don't find them very bolty, very aggressive, or anything like that. They just seem to do their thing, and then that's it.
And for anyone that loves heavy webbers, they are top of the list for heavy webbers. They just don't stop. They make layers and layers and layers. So stunning.
So going off the TikTok, one of the great things with you guys is you get a glimpse, you get to see what's inside Portsmouth Tarantulas itself, and it looks like it's a massive unit. But you've just literally said that you started off at the end of the bed in a bedroom, which is pretty cool as well, because you see it and just assume that's where it started and that's where it is and that's that. How long did it take you to go from kind of that bedroom scenario up to what you're doing now?
Go on, Dan.
We did it from the bedroom for probably about 1.5 years. Then I got sick and tired of the sight of spiders, and I was like, no, I can't do this from home anymore. I'm going to work. I'm coming home. I'm packing spiders. I'm sick of spiders. I don't want to see them anymore. We want a unit. So yeah, we sort of saved some money up and sort of managed to find a little place. Just slightly bigger than what we already had. Stayed there for 2 years.
Yeah, about 2 years.
2 years.
We started off with just the end of that office, didn't we? We started off with just the end of the office, and then we took an extra bit in because the landlord kept building fake dry walls in so we could have more space. And by the end of it, we had the entire office, and then we obviously run out of space on that as well. So.
And now we've got obviously the 2 offices, and we've got the breeding room and stock room.
How did it start? Where did the love for the spiders come from?
So this is a bit of a flippant story. I didn't know what to get Scott one day for Christmas, and we'd had a conversation about weird pets that we'd owned when we were younger. And I always had snakes, and he had a tarantula as a kid. Kept it in a fish tank, didn't you?
On stone.
On stone. So
this was in the 80s, by the way.
I was just about to say that was a done thing in the 80s, wasn't it? That was how you did it back then.
Yeah, man.
Was it a Chilean rose hair as well?
Hello, Mark.
No, it's Hamorai.
So yeah, it was a Brachypelma Hamorai. And yeah, I didn't know what to get him one year for Christmas, so I decided to go out and buy him a tarantula, as you do.
And the addiction started.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's where the slogan comes from. We had one, then we wanted another, then we wanted another, And by well, we got the first tarantula about a month before Christmas, and by the end of January we had 12.
That's pretty much how the hobby gets you, though, doesn't it? And I think that slogan is probably the truest slogan across the hobby. It is an addiction, and definitely, never ever doubt that. And it's always funny when you see somebody just starting up and they've got one spider and they're posting about it on Facebook, and then within 4 weeks they've suddenly got about 20. And you think,
got a bookcase full of them.
It's only just started. How about you, Harry? Were you into spiders before starting to work for Portsmouth Tarantulas?
Well, my story, I say I've never like I've always loved animals. All animals, doesn't matter what it is. Like I've always loved animals. But as for keeping spiders and tarantulas, never crossed my mind. And I actually had a friend who kept scorpions and true spiders, and he found out. He said he looked on Google and saw this Portsmouth tarantulas and said it was open. Asked me for a lift because he didn't drive. So I went up there and it was Scott in his dressing gown because he said he's in the flat. And we came in and like my mate was looking at stuff, getting all stuff out on the beds, and there was a little Kallenbergie. It was a Brachypalma Kallenbergie at the time. They've been renamed now. And it was probably grown on sling, small juvie, £10. I had a tenner in my pocket. I thought, why not? Why not? I brought it home. 2 days later, I bought an adult Nandu. 2 days later, I've got an adult like Grammostola. Then I've gone back up to Scott to buy some more spiders. He had a quite a irritating customer, so we say to put it nicely. And I could see he was busy. We probably had 9 orders, so that was probably busy back then, a few years ago. And I was like, if I'm interested in something, my brain's like a sponge. I soak it up. So I started answering the questions for Scott. And Scott turned around and said, "Are you working at the moment?" I said, "No, I'm not. Do you want to work?" I said, "I'd love to." And it just went from there, didn't it?
And then I came home from work. I worked at Asda at the time, and Scott went, "We've got someone who works for us now."
They said there must be a massive wardrobe malfunction. Mark Spider Guy's in chat. Please hit him up with a subscription. He's absolutely awesome. Quick shout out from Mark there. I do like him. Have you still got that original one that you got, Harry?
Unfortunately, no. I mean, at one point, because I live in a studio flat, the room you can see behind me is pretty much the room I live in. I had over 200 in less than a year, and it's got to the point for me where I was spending all day dealing with tarantulas and coming home and having to deal with my brood of tarantulas. I remember one day I was doing my watering, and out of the 200, I think I found about 15 dead for no reason, including the original one that I bought, and it really got to me. So I ended up trading it in, and now I've got reptiles at home instead. I've still got a Sazamai, a P Sazamai because I absolutely love them, and I do have an Asian scorpion as well because they're hardcore.
Oh, which one? Which Asian scorpion is it?
The Malaysian forest scorpion.
Is that the Peter's eye? Is it the Malaysia?
I spinnifer. Is it a spinnifer?
With the yellow sting.
It's like a yellowy red skin sting. Yeah, it's massive. It's like second biggest after the emperor.
Simon, the blue hair, it's kind of still there, but the dye's coming out, mate. The enemy will re-dye it. It's just the family's not been very well over the last few days, but for next week it'll be done.
Yeah, to 3D print you.
And if you do an order with Portsmouth Tarantulas tonight, Danielle and Scott and Harry are going to put an extra freebie in there for you as well, which is pretty cool.
We have had a £30 mystery box come in. I don't know if that's anything to do with the stream or not, but they'll probably be getting some extra freebies in there.
There's just another one come in as well.
Does it say, please send to Scott's inverts?
That's what you're hoping for, isn't it?
No.
Going on to your reptiles then, Harry. What reptiles have you got? Because a lot of people in chat don't just keep the spiders; they're like reptile fans as well.
Sure. I actually did make a video that's on the TikTok channel of all the animals. this quickly. I've got marginated tortoise, the giant blue tongue skink, three ball pythons, including the blue-eyed leucistic. I've got a breeding pair of king snakes, leopard gecko, which was my first ever reptile. This literally 2 days ago, I lost my moss turtle. But I got her as an adult, and I've had her for 10 years. So that was quite sad. Bearded dragon, obviously. Everyone needs a bearded dragon. I've got an Aki monitor. He's a rescue. He was a bit beaten up and old when I got him, but he's still going. And a Peter's banded skink as well.
What colour is the Aki?
He's a yellow.
Oh, we've got the high red. Steve W in chat. I think he's got the high red as well.
Is that the one that you put the short of today?
Yeah.
It's a lovely little thing.
Let me get this right. I say it's definitely taken over. It is the wife's by a long shot. If I say it's mine, she literally lynches me. It's like the stick insects as well. She's stolen those. She steals any of the jumping spiders that I get. She robs those as well. Jackie has been a channel member for 6 months. Thank you, Jackie, which is JG's Cats and Things. She's just ordered a mystery box. # blame Scott's inverts.
I've got a memory.
Yes, Simon, I do. Yes, that's awesome. If you're into the paranormal, Jackie is definitely one of the channels that you want to be following. She goes off to haunted locations and does videos of haunted places. If that's your thing,
we've got a place down our end near Emsworth called Rankton Ruins. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places around this area. I don't know if she's ever been there, but as a teenager, I spent a few nights in there and heard some bumps and weird noises, which we ran road past from. But yeah, so it's definitely a place to check out if you're interested in the paranormal.
Late teens. My late teens were spent going around a lot of the standing stones and stone circles of the UK, just to see if anything actually, what they say works there or anything like that. Some of it did, some of it didn't. Certainly seen some strange things. Met some amazing people at places like that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
You got your breeding pair of kings, did you say, Harry?
Yes.
What king snakes? Are they Mexicans?
They're green tinted variables. They've got a different name as well, but that's what I brought them as. I literally brought the male, and then a couple of weeks later, I went back into the shop just to have a look around, and the female that someone had brought cancelled. So they said that you've got the male. Did you want the female? And they were literally little noodles at the time.
Oh, what's that, Daniel? Hold on, you don't want to see my ugly face, do
Can we
you?
put this in someone's mystery? Shannon's drawn a massive spider for somebody's mystery box.
Oh, bless her.
So, if you order a mystery box during this live stream, then that picture might go in your mystery box.
Oh. Is she into the spiders and stuff as well, or?
You haven't got any spiders, have you? She's not got any spiders. She wants a jumping spider, but she's had a couple and they've not survived. However, my youngest daughter's got 2 in her bedroom.
2 for now.
2 for now, yeah. Every time she comes to the office, she wants to steal another.
I was just about to say, does she come into the workplace and go, Mom, that one there, can we put that one in the bedroom too?
Literally.
Yeah. Oh.
That's exactly how it happens. Right, give us a kiss, you. Just saying goodbye to your eldest.
Steve W said that's awesome. Black dancing tarantula.
Black. Oh, she signed it as well.
Oh.
Shannon, give us a kiss.
Let me just get.
Love you.
This is the male. He's lovely. Try and get that pattern up.
We've just had a new channel member. Naomi has just joined as a channel member. Thank you so much, Naomi. Really, really appreciate it.
Simon, I wish I had an adult female Grammostola pulchra. I have a mature male at the moment, and I'm looking for an adult female so I can try and breed them, but sadly not at the moment.
The markings on that Harry are gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely stunning. It's very, very much like a corn snake underneath it as well.
Is that about 5 foot, 6 foot?
He's only they're one of the smaller king snakes, so he's probably about 4 foot. Let's say he's about 2 years old now, so hopefully I can start breeding them next month. I should be able to breed them, start getting the female sorted.
Beauty. We've got the speckled, so it's black with tiny yellow dots all over it.
Yeah, so,
the lady said it's a Mexican, but I think the speckles are a morph, aren't they? If I remember right.
I say I think so. The dream is the Mexican black, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah. But
yeah,
unless they stop breeding them in the UK like they have done across Europe.
I say that. I remember the first time I went into a reptile shop and asked if they had a Mexican black. They laughed at me. Go back home now.
Stephanie says boas are her favourite. Thank you, Mark.
I have to work up a sweat, don't
Nice thinking, Noodle. Tarantula Brandon says got a pair of breeding corn snakes. If you'd be interested, Harry, let him know.
I'm actually streamlining the collection at the moment because obviously the electrics are getting a bit much at the moment.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Don't think you want to get into politics on this chat.
How many snakes do you have?
5.
That's not a lot.
No, it's not.
How many people at the moment?
It's not enough.
It's not I very nearly bought a pair of sand boas earlier, but I didn't quite have the 285 quid for them.
I got 5, and a beardy, and a gecko, and spiders.
Yeah. So I've got my list of geckos. Right here.
No, you have spiders.
Okay.
I just have to participate with them.
Domestic. Is what I meant.
Yeah, we got rid of a few of the snakes so we could have more room for spiders, to be honest. A man, which is Mark, says shout out to the young couple who work your stand at the shows. They're always good to talk to, from Mark and Victoria.
That is Liam and Kim, and they're fucking. They're legends.
We're only half hour in. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Fuck yourself.
Danielle, fudging works good for me. If I'm trying to say not the F word, I can replace it with another F word, and fudging usually does the job.
So you guys heard it here first. Ellie likes fudging. Please look up that word on Urban Dictionary. And judging by the smile on Lewis's face, it's true.
The shady just turned through.
Yep.
Can we just make sure people know if there's placing orders, there could be delays because of the weather?
Yeah, no worries. That's understandable.
Just turn in it.
And Dave, the answer's no. Even if we're on the live, I'm still not selling her back to you. Hi, Uncle Dave.
Daniela Scott, do you plan to expand your range to other inverts, or will it always be sticking with the arachnids?
Pretty much just sticking with spiders. Stick to what you know.
It's what we know best, isn't it? And I don't fancy packing centipedes. Definitely not.
It's a shame we don't sell centipedes. I love centipedes. Yeah. Mark, the spider guy, he absolutely loves centipedes, don't you, Mark?
I've had a couple of Dahanis in the past.
Tony Webb from Venomous Visions does centipedes.
A lot of good advice comes from Tony with the centipedes as well. I bought a centipede and it weren't even from him, but he still gave me advice on it and told me what the actual species was at the time as well. This is going back about 3 or 4 years.
And that's fine.
Amy's Webb has ordered a £30 mystery box.
I see him coming in. You got lots of £30 mystery boxes coming in.
Different payroll.
Yeah, no more posting this week, says Dave's Little Beasties. Philip,
we can.
I think Philip said there's been a strike. Is there a strike this week? Is there a postal strike this week?
There's a strike. There's a strike on Thursday, but it's not delivered.
We've lost Dan.
Oh, no, she's unstuck herself. What did you say again, Danielle? Sorry.
So there's a postal strike on Thursday, but it's not delivering. The postal strike on Thursday is processing, but our parcels will be processed on the 23rd, not the 24th.
Steve Spiders has got a Dahani loose in the bedroom since Brighton. Steve, there's just no way. There's just no way. If I lost a centipede, I'd have to find it like immediately. I'd be on the phone to plot around with me and move everything out into this street while we find it. Has there been a spider that's given you proper troubles packing?
Believe it or not, the Verses, the versicolors, they just don't like going in pots. They just prefer to be out wandering. They're lovely, lovely spiders. I've actually got one tattooed on me. They're my favourite spiders. But let's have a look at that
in the room.
That's cool.
That's nice.
We've all got our favourite spiders tattooed on us. Scott's got his Sun Tiger. Dan's got a Metallica.
Oh, hold on. Let me do this. There we go. Oh yeah.
Scott, get your leg out.
Yeah, Scott, get your legs out, Scott.
Get your leg out, Scott.
Stephanie said that Versi was their first spider.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I like Scott's Sun Tiger. Yeah, but the Versi, like normally it's like the things like the Asian, the fossorial Asian species like the Chiliobrachus and stuff. Believe it or not, if they don't get angry and fret posture, they just run straight into the tubes, as a lot of the viewers on TikTok see. Like they just need a little tap and they run straight into the tube. Whereas the Versis like to be out and about and go for a little wander.
Balfours for me. Balfours always do a runner.
Dan does not get on with Balfours, though. For some reason, if one order comes in and she picks up the order and it says Balfours, she passes it straight over to me. All she needs to do is look at her Balfours and it'll fret posture. Like, they just don't like her for some reason.
I've had a Balfour run up and just literally sit inside my beard. It was a little sling as well, so I just had to sit and wait for it to come out. Liam
like
says
probably
the wrong Liam. Jessica says, "Hi Portsmouth Tarantulas, love your videos so much."
Cheers.
Never had a threat posed from any of my tarantulas. They're all chilled out, says Steph. BH says the genus that I really can't pronounce. Lewis, can you pronounce that one for me, please, mate?
No, that's the one that I can't do either.
Cool, we'll get it. The
ornithocotinine.
That'll do.
Something like that.
That will do. That will do. That one, BH.
Ornithocotinine. Yeah. Ornithocotinine. Yeah.
Close enough.
What? Yeah, DJ is Dutch, so some of his humour doesn't translate too well. I got my communal Balfour from Portsmouth a few years back, says Mark Spider Guy.
How's it doing, Mark?
Tarantula Brandon says you should sell tops and cups with your logo on. They would buy them.
On our website, there is actually a link for merchandise. We do it. So you could buy one of these hoodies off of our website. Says Portsmouth Tarantulas Feed Your Addiction on the back. We do cups. We do men's boxers. Baby blankets.
Is it 9 o'clock now?
Click on merch on the website.
So if you buy some boxers, you can literally go into the bedroom, look at your partner, and go feed your addiction.
Exactly.
Can you just not wear the pants? That's a better addiction.
We can say worse stuff after 9 o'clock. Lee's Reptiles and Inverts got my OBT from Portsmouth a couple of years ago, and it's doing well.
Beautiful species.
It was
a game.
What's your guys' favourite tarantula? Not just a pack. Is it literally the Versicola for Harry, the Metallica, and the the Emerny for Scott? Yeah.
I mean, Bams is pumpkin patch or the Thai golden fringe now. Yeah, Thai golden fringe is a beautiful.
New World is pumpkin patch. Old World is Thai golden fringe.
Why?
Yeah,
that's to all three of you. So whichever one wants to go first.
Go on, I'll go last.
So
Grab Scott here,
the pumpkin patch for New World, and for Old World it's the Thailand golden fringe. Scott?
I like them all.
Dan, why the pumpkin patch?
I just like seeing the spiders do what they do. Cop out answer, isn't it?
Hello, all you newcomers.
It's. I think most of us will agree. I think that's the hardest question to answer. Is what's your favourite spider? Because I mean, I say it nearly every week. It's just like how can you, unless you've got an absolute fascination with one species, you know, it's like asking a child to pick his favourite sweet.
I mean, you've got the Goliaths, which are amazing for their size. The versicolors because of how personal they are and friendly they are. They're like teddy bears. And then you've got the Old Worlds with a bit of attitude. The electric blues are stunning. The OBTs, all colour forms, are amazing. I love the horn baboons because it's obviously I love a bit of a mystery, and nobody knows why the horn baboons have horns. It's crazy. Like they say, some of the mega horn that they've just discovered, like it's like a handle. It's crazy.
It's before 9 p.m, so I can't say what I want to say.
Don't talk about horns.
Well, keep it on your mind for another 18 minutes.
As soon as it gets 9 o'clock, where is it? You will see why this is around, and the word moist will fill up the comments as well. But we're going to wait till 9 p.m. The moderators are pretty strict, so anybody that drops a swear word out before 9 p.m. in the comments will also get deleted. After 9, all hell breaks loose.
Harry, somebody said they love the ceiling art.
That's a canvas. That's a canvas. See if I can get this. I don't know if you can see that. There we go.
That's moon phases on it as well. That's really cool.
Oh, hold on.
I don't think Harry has the chat up on his
phone.
I don't.
No. There we go, Harry.
I don't want to press anything. I'm rubbish with technology. If I press something and it goes away, I'm not coming back.
You're on the phone?
I'm on the phone, hence my the long profile.
Yeah, it's more on
the laptop.
Put it that way, Harry. If you get your phone from that position to that position.
I'm learning. I'm learning every day.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Again, it's not 9 o'clock, so I can't question you about that tub of cream that you've just had in your hand. Johnny, hey chat, can we all ask CC Arachnids to let me buy a mystery box? Just do it. Just if that's your other half, I'll never ask my other half. I'll just do it and then get the bollocking afterwards.
What
And
did
then
you say,
just
Dan?
Always better to ask for some forgiveness.
Blame Scott.
We had to move a load of my spiders out to Lewis's because we had to have like a building
Hashtag blame
inspection done.
Yeah, that was
So-
fun.
So me and Lewis were moving these spiders out, and Lewis literally said, he said, as we were moving them out, your wife kind of looked as if to say, I didn't realise he had so many.
It's quite funny. We get a lot of people in our when you obviously leave a comment when you order if you want to. We get a lot of people asking can you say that I've won a competition? Like, because so the other half doesn't think I'm buying spiders.
We've got a
That happens
hashtag.
more than you think.
We've got a hashtag going, which Steve's just put in the chat, which hashtag blame Scott's inverts. And now I've kind of said, look, I run a channel, so if you want to order something and get away with it, just tell them you've won one of my competitions and I'll back you up. In fact, if you buy anything from Portsmouth Tarantulas, just put in that comment hashtag blame Scott's inverts. That would be absolutely awesome. Tarantula Rookie is in the house. PT mystery boxes give amazing value. Only reason you need. Which is Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
And Matt was one that was pestering to get you guys on as well. As soon as we were talking about it, Matt was like, "Can't believe you're getting Portsmouth Tarantulas on."
Matt's the guy that's done the sticker logo thing for us and stuff, and the jumping spider picture that I put on Facebook this morning.
Sitting in the ice and the snow, going, "Please don't send me."
Yeah.
It's right though. I mean, because if you can put a heat pack in, if it's freezing, and in the back of a post van, it could be sitting in there for bloody hours, freezing its little pedipalps off, and the heat pack if it's on the other side, and yeah, I think you're dead right in waiting until it's not always cold weather outside. That's for sure.
We won't send out if it drops below 3 degrees. If it's 3 degrees and above, then we'll send out with a heat pack. But ultimately, don't really care if you're sort of spending money and you're angry that you're not getting your spider. It's the spider that comes first.
The animal's welfare is the most important thing.
I don't think anybody could be angry with that because it's well advertised. You state that if it's 3 degrees or below, we're not sending. That's pretty much.
We do get it. We do get people getting a bit short with us.
I think that goes with anything that you do in life. Anybody, if they're spending money, they want it yesterday.
As a lot of people don't realise that, we don't just get one order in a day. Like, we do get like between 30 to 40 orders, like pretty much. I expect. I mean, on a Monday, it's absolutely crazy, and then people expect that we only. I mean, the amount of people that call up and go, "Oh yeah, I ordered so and so like 2 months ago," and expect us to remember. It's like, I mean, if they've got a very recognisable name, like, because we do get some strange names in, like I can recall it, like, but if you're John Smith and you've ordered a Homori 2 months ago, like, we're not going to remember.
You should have.
Tarantula Rookie. Anyone with a brain should understand spider first, delivery second. Exactly, Matt. Exactly.
Trouble is, not everybody's got a brain that they use.
Steve says, Danielle, do you offer a fake competition winner on the website? I'm single, so not worried about misses or anything, but I like winning competitions.
Yes, we do.
Just add it in the comments. Just add it in the comments.
Sort it out.
Yeah, Steve W.
Hi, Steve W.
Sean says I was told I could only order one tarantula, so I had to show the partner a TikTok packing to prove the freebie was actually a freebie.
I think I remember that.
That is brilliant. Darren says, ironically, common isn't so common. That's true, Darren. We all see the world differently. So common sense for one person could be different to somebody else's common sense. In fact, I mean, Layla, who's now 13, has zero common sense, but her intelligence levels are through the roof. But common sense-wise, none. She scores so highly at school, it's unreal. Yet a rainy day, she walks back, she comes in dripping wet, and I was like, "Where's your coat, Layla?" "Oh, I didn't think we'd need it."
I think that's just teenagers in general. None of them want to wear a coat.
It was spitting when she left. I said to her, "Was it raining when you left?" She was like, "Yeah, just a little bit." I'm like, and it's cold. It's like, no, still don't wear a coat. But yeah, I think you're right, Ellie. Teenagers in general. Paul says, got 2 Kelly and slings and a golden.
Are you ready?
Can't wait.
Tomorrow.
What was that?
Let me get a blanket.
Are you ready for all these mystery boxes tomorrow?
Yeah, I suppose it's best be, aren't I?
We could really upset Harry now and on every single order put hashtag blame Scott's inverse and ask for it to be done on TikTok as well.
No.
What's the tattoo that you've got on your neck, Harry?
My neck. It's a ram skull.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a real fascination with skulls.
Scott's inverse wants a tattoo tour.
A tattoo tour.
Yes.
Best wait until after 9.
Okay. I've got the word anti-establishmentarianism tattooed down a certain member.
Oh yeah.
Oh my. Apologies, Michelle. Is that is Michelle, isn't it? Yeah. Scott's inverts. I've started watching all your videos, and I love your little girl, Layla. Little. I'm 5'10". She's 5'9", and she's 13. But she was in quite a lot of the videos, and then she experienced a bit of bullying at school, which is all just about done and dusted. But because of that, she hasn't had the confidence and doesn't want to come back onto YouTube just yet. She did for an unboxing we did a couple of months ago, so I might have to try and pull her back for one. I think.
We do sell other stuff rather than just £30 mystery boxes.
Yeah, if you're not a fan of mystery boxes, my team's probably not for you. Mystery boxes are just the best, I think, because people always say to me, "Yeah, but Scott, aren't you worried about getting a double up?" It's like, well, why would you be worried about getting a double up? You then have 2 or 3 of the same spider to study to see if the characteristics of those spiders are different to one another. And if one passes away, you've still got another 2 as backups. If one's an adult female and you've got a couple of slings growing up to replace that when that passes away, I'm a happy guy. We all want the drawing, says Sean Lee.
It's when we get a mystery box order, and then we get a whole massive list of usually about 50 spiders somebody's already got, and they don't want doubles. That's hard to work with.
2 years ago, Layla was little and so sweet. See you together. Hope she would get on. Yeah, I'm hoping she'll do a bit more of a return to YouTube. She does help with the feeding, the stick insects and stuff like that. She's still into it, but she's a teenager now. It's like her favourite stuff's changed. She's gone from watching Harry Potter to being fascinated with Stranger Things, and mainly Eddie. Eddie's literally a god to her at the moment.
He is a god.
He's got long hair and he plays a guitar, so it's going down great with me.
He's done the most metal solo ever. There's no one can ever be a more metal solo than Eddie underneath or upside down.
On the top of a caravan.
Yeah, the top of a trailer with Dustin next to him, head banging away. Best scene I've seen in years.
Tarantula Tom, I've never ordered a mystery box before, but I've just ordered one. Wicked.
Huh?
Yeah, I think Eddie's definitely coming back for the next series.
There's rumours that he's going to be like the big bad, isn't he? Like Vecna's going to have control of him.
In Dungeons and Dragons, Vecna has a sidekick who's a vampire that turns on Vecna.
Speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, I've been trying to get into it for years, but I can never find a campaign that lets me in because I'm a newbie. If anyone in Portsmouth wants to let me play, hit me up.
Don't tell me you're one of those geeks that spends hours around a table with all little figurines.
I've never done it. I've always wanted to give it a go, but I'm saying like because I've never got any experience. Like everyone's like, nah, we need a cleric or etc. Like apparently it's quite clicky. Apparently, but yes.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
Let's not pick on him for the Dungeons and Dragons too much. So if anybody's out there and you play Dungeons and Dragons around Portsmouth, hit Harry up. If you can't find him on Facebook, message me and I'll put you guys in contact. Hey, Anne Ramblings. Tarantula Rookie. I used to play and paint the figures. Dave, Lewis has gave Ellie the cold. Which, I ain't being funny, but Robbie's getting the blame for that because he attended the show with it and gave it me. He gave it God knows how many people. I don't know if it was him, but, he was the only one there coughing. So he's getting it.
Scary.
But it's not a good one. If it's the one that was going around from the show, it's not a nice cold. Not like there is one, but it is a rough one. I've given it to Tara now as well, so that's gone down well, Lewis. I'll tell you.
You guys need to stop cuddling around and cuddling and stuff.
Poor girl, Lewis. You need to take care of her. He is.
He's going home tomorrow morning.
I was meant to go home today. But
I bet you'll be phoning work up now, Eliza, won't you?
No, he can't. He gotta go.
Oh. I have to go. I'll have to go back and go sign a bit of paper, and it has to be done tomorrow. Otherwise, I don't get my redundancy. And
do you want me to shave? I could shave the mohawk and have the beard cut and just go, look, I've aged a bit, but I've got a girlfriend now. I am still Lewis.
You know me.
Let me sign it. Put a bit of weight on. I reckon I could pull you off there.
Excuse me.
As soon as I said it, I thought, what have I just said? When Lewis is in Coventry, me and him get pretty close.
Oh, Michelle, I'll be okay. I don't need to go to bed.
Steve says, feeling rough, sore throat, runny nose. Steve, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I started with the flu, ended up with COVID, says Kathy. So you started with COVID and ended with COVID. Well, that's the first thing. That's the first thing I did was get the COVID test out, ramming up my nose, and then my nose was sore after that. I have a small communal errand. Dave has a couple of big ones. Yeah, he certainly does. Rob is in chat. Rob, it's your fault. I've got the cold. Tara's got the cold. The boys have had it. Lewis has had it. Ellie's now got it.
Uncle Dave, guess what? Miss McGann actually eated a cockroach today, so she's doing well.
Yeah, she's named the mascara McGann because she got a big butt.
Dave's got 2 females waiting to drop. Erin wants to start a communal. Have you got Balfour communals on the website?
We do. They're only slings, though.
If not, then I can add them.
I'll do it now.
Doing it now.
What's the price is going to be on them, Scott?
What do you want them to be?
I didn't even see that. Daniel and Scott, open brackets, the cool ones. Cheers,
You
Craig.
just said what do you want them to be? What's the price on? Was that Balfour Communals?
A tenner for 20. I think
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah.
I'll have 10.
Lewis is like, I've got to go away from the stream for a minute. Credit card. Boom, 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 boom.
So, Harry, are you up for packing for Balfour tomorrow, mate?
Yeah, along with all these mystery boxes. Might have to be an early start.
Scott,
Harry's already thinking overtime. I like his thinking.
We've already got Scott. Last time I looked, there was already 13 orders with hashtag blame Scott's inverts.
Yes. That is awesome.
They're all mystery boxes.
We have got 1 minute till 9 o'clock. So at 9 o'clock, we do swear. There is adult conversation and all the rest of it.
Swear at me.
The comments will blast up with the word moist as well as Scotty's or something else. But if you've got kids watching, now is the time to kind of move them away from the telly. Or the TV. Telly's a bit of an old word, isn't it? If you move them away from the TV or one of the screens that you watch on anyway, because
Scott,
that's the disclaimer. Yes, sir.
You're a wanker.
That's the wanker.
And that's what this is about, because they're putting chat Beard's birth, and then you got the W and the anchor and loads of them.
Wanker.
Who started that? Was that you, Ellie?
Danielle, you have to say Scott's a wanker.
You do, yeah.
Scott's a wanker.
Thank you. Guys. Oh, other dude, Scott at the back. You need to say it, and Harry needs to say it. Say Scott's a wanker and mean it.
Scott's a wanker.
Thank you.
It's become a requirement.
Make you go blind, mate.
What surprised me is working your store at Coventry, just how busy that was. That was crazy.
Yeah, I can't thank you enough for that. Somebody in the top corner up there let us down.
My dog sitters let me down.
So in the chat, Harry's a wanker.
I've been called worse.
Just today.
A few of us live in Coventry, so we popped over the night before to give them a hand doing those tables. The tables were just shocking. They were just shocking. I said to Luke, I says, the next show, mate, drop me a message and I'll see if I can't, we'll see if you can't get them hired somewhere local instead. But that was the first show in Coventry. And my God, was it busy? Michael Taylor, Scott's beard is fake. Chris has swang off this beard. It is not fake. Chris's daughter's, has swang off this beard.
Just really good glue.
It's very good glue, yeah.
Got Aerodite on it. Part epoxy.
Tables were firewood.
Durgeon, I feel like the only adult in this room with a bunch of children. Told you his humour's crap.
You're the biggest child here. And you have way too much time on your hands as well. You're always chatting a bunch of crap. I was trying to put it politely, but
I can see we're all friendly in this room.
Oh God, yeah. It's an ongoing thing with DJ. He's literally like the comment clown, isn't he? You got the classroom clown. DJ's the comment clown. Facebook is worse. Facebook's sometimes you have to message him and go, what's that comment mean, mate?
The thing is, DJ's comments ends up being a whole essay.
8 legs and 4 wheels, which is Greg. You would normally see Greg at the shows doing the raffle and stuff like that. He says, have to say, Portsmouth have always been very generous with the raffle donations, which is massively appreciated.
Thank you,
Did
Greg.
Leah do a raffle donation with the last one? I don't know what she stuck in there. She didn't tell me.
All I can hear is bloody
Actually,
crickets.
Greg, at the last show, you came around to ask us if we had anything for the raffle, and I said I'll get back to you, and then I popped something over on the table, and there was nobody there, so I don't know if you actually got it or not.
Stephanie, I've got a male cricket loose in this room somewhere, and I've been trying to find it for 2 weeks.
More
I
noise
just
than
can't feel. The wife, the enemy, says no more crickets, so we're not feeding crickets anymore.
Guys,
Hey,
I've got a
Michael.
question. What is your favourite feeder?
dubious or hoppers or Mario whips, but mostly dubious. Dubious are good for any size spider, even the wee little baby ones, because you could get baby dubia, and if they're a bit big, you just cut them in half, and babies are scavengers, so it's no problem.
For arboreals, I like red runners. If the smaller arboreal, chuck a red runner in, and then the arboreal comes out and has to chase it. But I am a little bit sadistic when it comes to
My dubia
feeding.
colony,
Your dubia colony, yeah?
Well, my dubia colony has taken a dive. I've got the breeding room, which all the adult females got fed last week, and all the dubias have taken a massive dive. I need to get some more in, but my red runner colony is just exploded.
Nice.
Yeah, hisses are good. I find hisses take too long to mature, though. That's the only thing with hisses.
I like the Marios because the sadistic side of me, when the tarantula's fangs go in, the fangs are black, and the dubias are white colour, so you can see it, and they just explode. And I'm like, wow, that's cool. Have another one.
Yeah, but hisses squeal.
Yeah, hisses do.
Feeding the hisser to a Theraphosa and watching it get.
I don't know if you saw on my story yesterday, Scott, that I actually fed a geniculata with Mario, and the same thing happened. Fangs in and
just goes. It's like watching me eat a Big Mac. It literally.
I'd enjoy that one.
What?
Watching the hisser.
Yeah.
These little beasties. Hey, Uncle Dave says it's the young hissers I find most useful. Have had all good purchases.
Message us, and we can sort that out, mate. That shouldn't happen.
That's it. I mean, if a mistake happens, it's not the mistake that's the problem. It's the aftermath. It's what happens next. And if a seller like Danielle just turns around and says, just message me, mate, and we'll sort it. Problem done. Problem solved. Hey, Homezu. Little grumpy crocodile enjoying
whiskey. Scott's drinking Desperado, and I was drinking whiskey, but it's empty.
One sec. Scott, are you Kratos from God of War? I think that's more Harry than me.
Kratos.
Have you got the red tattoo?
No, none of that. And definitely haven't got his physique either.
Trust me, if that was me, Aaron, my wife would be giving me anything and everything I've ever wished for. That's her favourite name.
I don't think I'd be single either.
You boy.
Who said that? That was awesome. Shani, thank you so much. Shani has just become a channel member. Appreciate that. A lot of the moment, seeing as we're jobless. Honestly, one of the most favourite things to feed at the moment is snails. They're crunchy, something else. What's that? What you feeding with the snails though? Is that to your crocodiles? I was looking at getting feeder snails for the Aki, just something different.
My giant blue tongue loves snails. He crunches them right up.
Sorry, I've just seen Scott's other comment. It wasn't from us, so we're safe.
But we still
What did
replace it. I don't think we had a female.
Wolfie says, Wolf Goddess, I'm still staying strict, but the tarantula force is strong. Wolfie, let's just go over this. If you put an order in tonight, while this stream's going, you get freebies. That might just push you over the edge.
Blame Scott's inverts.
And you can just blame me. And when your partner wins at you, just get them to message me, and I'll say, yeah, she won a competition.
Plus, we need to get how they working. I don't mind.
Just bought 8 boxes of Christmas mince pies. Wonder how long they will last, says Michael. In this, mate, I'm not even lying. I tried dieting, didn't I? It lasted 2 months, and I don't like dieting, so I'm just eating what I want again, and that's that. So those 8 boxes in this house would probably last about an hour, 1 hour, 4 cups of tea.
Lewis has a box every morning for breakfast, and then has a box to last the evening.
What are you on about? They're good for you. They've got fruit in it.
Lewis just makes me sick because Lewis will eat anything, right? Absolutely anything. He takes his top off and he's Mr. Muscle. He's got the man.
Well, he's Mr. Lean. Thank you very much.
The man has muscle on top of muscle. Yeah, no. Simon. Thank you, mate. Simon's become a channel member and level 2. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that a lot.
Can't open that.
I don't have fat.
No,
to be fair, I've got a bit at the minute, but
that's not fat.
I'm building up my winter layer.
Exactly.
Has everybody seen blondies right now?
Pardon?
What did you say, Danielle? Sorry.
Has everyone seen blondies in?
How big are they?
First malt.
3-4
Oh. And how much are those?
I want big ones.
I'll make it bigger for you.
Now, on the website,
hold on.
But if they put invert, it'll be fixed.
Do we get a chase past TV though? I don't
hashtag blame Scott.
Yeah, well.
Wolf Goddess, Tasha says, fuck's sake. I think she's just pulled the trigger as well.
You can blame me, it's alright.
I will feed and raise the baby.
Yeah, we're going to change this to a hashtag blame Danielle.
As long as we don't get anything from babies though.
Serious question, says Holmeser. Is there any female P Metallicas?
No, I'm growing Metallicas up at the moment. I'm fed up with selling them slings. I want to sell them as a bit bigger. They're not very colourful, the slings. I've got many on the shelf, but I want to grow them up a bit.
Remember to put in those comments hashtag blame Scott's inverts when ordering from Portsmouth Tarantulas and TikTok. Select that.
I've got a blocked nose, I can't tell. It's gone fully in the tea.
What have you just given me milk for?
Smell it. I've got a blocked nose, I can't smell it.
It smells fine.
I can still
the tea.
It's fine. We keep getting milk from over the road, and every now and again it's like it comes across a bit dodgy, so I have to take it back and swap it.
Tell them to check their fridges.
He says he reckons the guy over the road, he just gives me a load of crap. I'm like, it's all right, mate. We only need you in an emergency anyway. Cheers, OC.
Yeah, I'm not drinking.
OC Tarantulas. I thought you're on holiday as well at the moment, aren't you?
We have that issue. It lasts for a month. Not that it lasts
The
for a
brown
month.
saucer. I need another Celadonia. Any ghost ornamental, says Holmeser.
It's gone fully in the tea's gone
Just
on.
promote my website.
Yes, do that, please.
The
Okay. person behind me, we can swear now,
Will
can't
I
we?
shock it?
This twat behind me
Yep.
has just put in 10 blondies on the website at £50 each.
10 what? What?
Blondies.
It's more than
They're in slings,
So
yeah.
that's £50 each. Saving.
You're drinking it.
Is it buy one, get one free as well?
No.
I mean, I tried.
Harry, the man of many tattoos. Which one is your favourite, sir?
What's my favourite tattoo?
His head.
The one on his butt crack.
It's trapped.
Your elephant trap.
One that you can show on a live stream.
Well, I've got so many. I've lost count. It's always the latest ones that you like the most, and so I've just started getting my head tattooed. I don't know if you be able to see that.
Hold on, mate. Hold on 1 second. Let's see.
Lower. Drop your shoulder.
Shit. Too low. Far too low. Hang on. I've got it all balanced. I've got it all finely balanced. Hang on. Right. Hang on.
Such an amateur.
See that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so eventually that's going to cover my entire head, and I'm going to have a golden orb weaver sitting on top of it.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Because I love the golden orb weavers.
On his feet, he's going to have Danielle Hardham signed because why not?
I think the baby one.
Does Harry know?
All I want is a cup of tea.
What a question I did want to ask Harry again, sorry, was you got the tattoo under your eye?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got. Oh, hang on. I've got to reset my phone.
Hold on. His camera's been drinking.
Yeah, there we go. So
Got one.
yeah, I've got the key. The key is here, and this side, everything's inverted.
Surprise.
It's a Christmas tree.
It's not a Christmas tree. It's actually it's supposed to be a lock. Like it's supposed to key in a lock.
What's wrong with our two then?
Ah, so it got you.
Yeah, because quite a few years ago, I was suffering bad with my mental health, and I actually took up the Buddhist lifestyle, and through meditation, I've actually sorted that out. Like, and that's what that represents. Like, I found the key, I found the lock. Like, that's why it's on my face because it means so much to me. You know, like.
Shani's just upgraded to Super Army. Thank you, Shani, so much. Appreciate that. My word. I've got a big eagle on the bottom of my back, and it's got it says "Stay true," and that basically means fly straight and don't listen to all those conversations that you have with yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Mark Keats.
Mark, what? I think with the tarantula hobby, itself. I think there's so many of us that go through mental health. It's crazy, literally.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And especially for me, and I know a lot of other people as well, being with tarantulas don't half just help calm the mind, helps you relax from the day, and they listen to all your crap without giving you any crap back as well, don't they?
They're extremely calming. Like it's amazing. I mean, I remember when I got the first spot of the Kallenbergie, I was up and down every 2 hours, making sure it was still in its tub, like and everything. But then once you get used to the presence in the room, they say it's almost spiritual. Like we're just being surrounded by these creatures that they're so different from us, and just watching them do their thing is it takes you out of yourself for a while.
I think the fact that they sit there and do nothing a lot of the time kind of just makes you go, and pick up on that vibe as well.
Definitely.
Shani's
Mark
leveled up on
Priest.
the
I said, no problem, mate.
Matt says, how's Royal Mail strikes going to affect the orders that go in tonight and the weather that's coming up as well?
So, do you want to answer that?
Yeah.
So, Royal Mail are striking on Thursday, but it's not deliveries that are being striking on Thursday. It's processing, and our orders get processed on the 23rd. So, as of Thursday, like it states on the website, we won't send anything out.
So nothing. So if you order on Thursday, nothing's being sent out on Thursday. So those orders will be sent out the following Monday,
Hi,
If the
Chaz.
weather permitting.
weather permitting. Because if it's 3 degrees or below, then you put the spider's safest interests first. Inverts with Chaz has just put £1.79 on the chat, and he says, "Hi Danielle, hi Harry, hi Ellie, hey Lewis, and hi Wanker," which is me.
Good job, Chaz. So you've
Jackie's
got
just the channel. Hold on, let's get that up on.
Are they pretty?
They're just the same as
The strikes. I can't. That's not focusing into. Next week
There we go.
we'll be posting orders after 1 p.m. on Wednesday, 23rd of November. Any orders will be delayed until the 29th. That's not too bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is depending on weather.
I think I'll be okay tomorrow, Dave. It's just not-
All right.
it's just-
For anybody interested in the milk scenario, the shop over the road just stopped it for her, but they're a bit grumpy. If you sell shit
Steve
milk,
absolutely will be the mate.
I look like Rudolph.
Portsmouth tarantulas going to be at seas on the 29th.
I've just wasted.
Most definitely, we would be there.
Are you going to the
Absolutely.
entomological show in Kettering on the 4th of December?
We're not.
I think. I mean, well, Lewis, can you remember the one that we went to, the entomological one?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of spider sellers actually go to it, is there?
No, Spargo's is CFTN going. CFTN's going. You get a lot of like bedroom breeders going.
It's more dead stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe
it'd be
not.
nice. A lot more spiders.
Somebody had a stall there selling cakes, and they weren't invert themed; they were just cakes.
They were nice,
Well,
I didn't buy any, but I was very tempted. Trouble is, we was going to 2 shows, right? And if there weren't 2 shows on that day, and we was only at that show, then I would have bought some spiders and bought some cakes.
It should be the size of a house.
I love your bloopers. Simon says that's not bad. Enemy says I can't have. Oh, that comment just gone off my screen. Let me just scroll back up. I can't have another order until December. Orders in on the 1st of December. Oh, Baron's racer, I've told you.
I have a question from Gemma.
Do you want to make
I've lost the name now. Gemma.
If you don't want to make coffee,
Cambridge.
If you were going to make coffee, I will have it.
Yeah, I think
Bainbridge.
Your packing on TikTok is amazing. Whose idea was that?
That's all Danielle.
How much custom do you think that's brought in from doing it?
Is that one all right? Then?
Yeah.
So we had a question from Gemma Bainbridge. Whose idea was that?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, there's a bit of a delay. So
Over there, they
Yeah,
freeze it.
the
don't they?
TikToks was
Yeah.
my idea. I just filmed Harry packing spiders one day. I was like, this is going on TikTok, mate.
It's unique and it's bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
So many people talk about it. We've got like a little WhatsApp chat, and everybody talks about it.
It's like you say, it's unique. I mean, everyone, like I would say, when I first got into it, like the hobby, like it was all YouTube. I mean, like you obviously have Dark Den. Like there was loads and loads of English like people doing YouTube at the time as well. Black Widow, Dan's Tarantulas, Tarantula Dan, or like all of that. Like and then you never saw the other side of it. You never saw how the spiders are packed, how they're kept, like how the sellers keep them. You know, like that side of it. So it's like say, it's definitely a unique side of it.
We went to Spar Spiders, me, Luke, and Chris, and videoed all his stuff, and that was really, really interesting because from when you're buying tarantulas, you just expect you just think that all the adult females that you've got are kept, in tubs like this because that's just what you see at the shows. So I think it's nice to have that view where you go, oh, yeah, they're not just kept in little boxes; they're actually kept correctly while the sellers have them. You know what I mean? I think that goes down well. And like you said, it's really interesting to see spiders being packed because you just don't see it. you see YouTube.
It's another reason that we closed the website for the week before the show because it just takes so long to repackage everything and sort of make sure everything's fed and healthy and make sure everything's labeled correctly because name changes happen every day.
That's where they do that, just to annoy off sellers.
I mean, like I said, from our point of view, it's really interesting. I think.
Have you not thought about sticking them all on YouTube?
I've been telling Dan we need YouTube for a long time.
As soon as you do that, if you keep checking the community post on here and on Facebook, we'll stick that bloody everywhere as well as.
Finally got there.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a balancing act between how many orders do we want to get in versus how many orders we can pack. We don't want to be in a position where you're having to wait 2 or 3 weeks for your spiders to turn up. We want to be sort of next day delivery if we can, weather permitting, and if it's over the weekend, then obviously no. So I don't want to be in a position where we're taking on too many orders and not being able to pack them in time and then making people wait, and because there's nothing more frustrating than going, well, I ordered a spider 2 weeks ago and it's still not turned up.
Erin says quite a lot of people are saying Dark Den is an arsehole. Is that true?
When you do YouTube,
some people like Dark Den, some people don't. Some people like Scott's Invert, some people don't. It's personal preference where those come from, mate.
No.
But hatred is always stronger than anything else, and it's what people listen to that crap for some reason.
Now, if you had said,
Harry, you like Dark Den. Do you want to tell the viewers of our story about Dark Den at BTS?
So my first ever BTS I did with Portsmouth Tarantulas. Like I say before, like as soon as I got into the hobby, I followed everybody, any tarantula YouTuber I could find, and obviously Dark Den being one of the biggest was the first one I followed. So at the time I was a bit of a fanboy, and obviously I met him in real life, went and said hello, found out that his English is actually as great as his videos are. So it was quite hard to have a conversation with him. And Dan always used to take the piss because at least if anything didn't eat in one of his videos, it was always in the primo. That's what he always said. Like if he didn't eat, it's primo. And he came over and said something about one of the spiders, and Dan just went, "Yeah, it's probably in primo." He embarrassed me.
He's not in my good books from when was it? Nearly it was a show pre-COVID that we went to. So Layla was very young, thought the world of Dark Den, went up to Dark Den to say hello, and he was by himself. It weren't the BTS, it was the other one he went to, and he was by himself, and he just turned around and completely blanked her. So me being me, I went over. I was like, "Who the fuck do you think you are, mate? You know, my daughter's over there now crying because you fucking ignored her. When she comes back over, you say hello to her because you're a public figure." And I was my words were a little bit stronger than what I'm saying now, but you know, and luckily she went back over and he said hello and he spent a little bit of time with her then. But for him just to ignore her, that put my back up. Do you know what I mean? I think if you're going to put yourself on YouTube or TikTok, then anybody that comes up to you, regardless of age or whoever they are, especially at a show, you have to have time for them, full stop, and that's pretty much how it should be.
So, I mean, that's the reason why he's at the shows as well, isn't it?
Yeah, she hasn't watched him since.
No, I mean, as soon as I learned more about the hobby and everything, like I pretty much stopped watching stop watching him. I watch him occasionally, every now and then when there's nothing else on. But again, it gets my back up a little bit.
Well, I mean, I can't whinge about him too much because he was the first big spider YouTuber that we first started watching, as well as.
Exactly, same with me.
I mean, it could. In his defence, he could have just been swamped before that and just wanted 5 minutes to himself. Who knows? But that's what.
But again, you don't come to a spider show being that famous because of spiders and expect to have 5 minutes.
No, the 5 minutes you get is when you go to the toilet, and that's it.
Yeah.
Dave's little beast.
A little bit annoyed that he doesn't get recognised in supermarkets and McDonald's like I do.
Because I don't go out. I order everything in. I'm not a big outdoor person. I'm a bit of a agoraphobic most of the time, so I don't really get out that much. So, but Dan's been recognised quite a few times now.
Simon Scotts, what's your thoughts on Exotic's Lair? He's very entertaining. Luckily for us, for the tiny channels, what he does is he brings people into the hobby, and then after that they start get into other people's channels that promote correct husbandry, show you that it's not the right thing to go pissing your tarantula off just for a cool 2-second clip of it going, like, you know, giving you a threat pose and stuff like that. What we want is to see that those tarantulas not in threat poses, not pissed off, and all the rest of it. Yeah, Tara's in. She's the wife. She's the unfortunate one. She's the one that's married to me. No worries. And on Scott's inverts, if you disappear, you're going for a poo. So again, we did watch it, but
so other Scott, that's one blondie.
Are you going?
Yeah, I've just seen that pop up.
Sorry, Harry.
Who's your favourite, Scott? At the moment, I don't watch a lot of channels because I don't have a lot of time. But I do enjoy Mark the Spider Guy. But I do like Dave's Little Beasties, obviously. But there's a channel called General Apathy that I watch quite a lot, and Bird Spiders CH. And these guys,
Bird Spiders CH is amazing.
These guys go out into the wild all the time looking for spiders. General Apathy will go out and he'll find moths, he'll find centipedes, he'll find millipedes, he'll find all sorts, and he goes all over the place. I really, really enjoy him. I don't watch Urban Tarantulas as much, but I do like chatting to him. He's a lovely guy, ex-American services. And I said to him once, I said, mate, you do a lot of handling videos, a lot of shock value videos. What's the crack? And he said, the crack is, it again, entertainment value. It draws people in, and then he can then teach correct husbandry from that point. That man got a lot of respect for me that day, I tell you. But yeah, they're the bigger channels that I'm into.
Sorry, guys, I've just realised that you might all have Bob's as well. I've just turned everyone's heating off. I'm sorry.
we're all waiting. We're as far as YouTube's going. I'm not even lying now. We're all waiting for Lewis to start a channel, because Lewis down here's knowledge is incredible.
Lewis.
Literally, yeah, literally.
Did you see the pairing of the mascaras?
Yeah, awesome.
Literally flipped on the back. I was telling Ellie to do the to do a short with the John Cena music.
Yeah.
Just pops on the back.
Exotic layers, tarantulas substrate is always bone dry, and his centipede is terrible. But if you like entertainment value, then he's obviously the guy for you.
Brings, like I said, it brings a lot of people into the hobby.
Dersian, I like
I
porn.
wouldn't
too.
have met Scott without Exotic Lair. So, I wouldn't have Ellie if it wasn't for Exotic Lair.
Yeah, Lewis's name on YouTube was Lupang. So when Lewis started coming on the lives, he said he was in Coventry, and I was like, oh, wicked, meet up. You know what I mean? And because it's Lupang, I thought he was one of the Chinese students. Honestly, didn't I?
I expected a little Chinese kid, to be honest.
Yeah. No, he was another ginger that enjoys backflips and is in love with spiders.
Harry, do you
Hello,
remember our centipede in the office?
Yeah, we had a big Dahani come in the collection, which I refused to pack. So it became an office pet.
Scott refused to pack.
Yeah, so no, we kept it. We kept it as an office pet.
I'm not touching it.
No,
I'm not touching it, so it can just sit there.
Yeah, Dan's conditions with me keeping it as a pet in the office was I have to water it, I have to feed it. Dan wouldn't go anywhere near it.
What do you guys do apart from tarantulas? What do you do in your free time when you're not packing tarantulas or you're not TikToking? I assume Harry's like the North God or something.
I was going to say, what is this conception you speak of? Free time? What is this?
What is this free time? I work, I have spiders and children.
Exactly.
For me, obviously, it's the upkeep of the reptiles that I do. I've got 2 dogs which have to be walked quite a lot. And then I watch YouTube. I'm on YouTube all the time. I like watching the American Florida boys, the reptile boys. It's like, obviously Scott's inverts.
Appreciate that.
Obviously,
yeah.
Harry,
It was,
how much TV do me and Scott watch a week?
But none. It winds me up. They have one of the loveliest TVs, and they don't watch it.
Steal the telly, Harry. Have it as a Christmas
I've been asking for it, but apparently Shannon's getting it.
It's not that big, guys. It's.
Yeah, that shot doesn't do it justice.
Is it one of those skinny 3D things? One of those skinny 3D things.
No, it's not a 3D TV.
Harry's single. He just wants a nice telly to watch his porn on. He's happy then.
I've got a nice TV. It's a Panasonic.
And a happy Harry means more packing.
Harry doesn't need porn with all the ladies he talks to.
I was just about to say, yeah. If any ladies are in chat, assuming you're straight, Harry.
Harry is single.
I do apologise if you're not. But he is single. He is single. Yeah, we don't have a telly in our front room anymore. Our 3-year-old's autistic and decided to smash the first one with his bottle. So we got another one. He smashed that one, and now he smashed the third one. So I said to Tara, well, me and Lewis painted one of the walls, The projector, we now have a projector on the other side of the room. So when he gets frustrated, he throws his bottle at the screen, but he's actually throwing it at the wall instead now. The quality is absolutely crap, but it's there. It's what we have to work with that, and that's that. So I think
sometimes I question my decision not to have any kids, and then I keep hearing stories like this, and I think, yeah, maybe right decision.
if you met Leo, he would put your kids for life.
Harry's met my kids.
Leo's
I don't know how to deal with them.
Leo's autistic, but he is vocally. He will talk as well. But if he really likes you, he will bite you. And it's trying to get your brain around how his brain works. Is just it's mashing. Yeah, there's a couple of lads in chat with autism, and they're absolutely amazing guys, which is Chaz and Aaron's Penfold. But yeah, there's quite a few subscribers as well with autistic kids or autism themselves as well. How many hashtag Blame Scott's Inverts mystery boxes have been ordered since the beginning of the live, says Stefan, sorry.
Too many.
Only 14?
Leo loves Lewis.
Only
Tara.
14?
Yeah, he certainly does. 14?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, our Leo does love Lewis. Lewis does this frog jump across our front room. And for a week or two later, Leo's still doing the same thing. And he was doing it this one time, and I didn't know. Lewis had done this frog jump. And I said to Tara, I said, what's he doing? And she was like, being a frog. Lewis taught him how to be a frog.
Yeah, that was fun.
Shout out to Inverts with Chaz. Yes, mate, we do know you, and I remember doing your TikTok, your first ever spider. I'm glad you're enjoying the hobby, mate.
Chaz is a big guy. He should be security at the shows. We've said this before. When I first met him in Seas, me, Jamie, and a few others were like, he should be security. He's like, oh. I do not watch TV. We've got Netflix and we've got Disney Plus. That's Disney Plus is the main thing. Mickey's fucking Clubhouse is the only thing that seems to get played from the moment he opens his eyes to the moment he goes to bed. And I used to like Mickey.
Clubhouse.
Oh, mate, on Mickey Clubhouses, I'm done with Mickey Clubhouse.
I've not watched that since, I don't know, Scarlett's 10 and she's my youngest.
Oh, and Paw Patrol and Octonauts, he has phases where it'll just... The best thing is when he said funny cats, he'll say funny cats, and then he'll get the control and start getting YouTube up. So I have to put the funny cat videos on. And if a cat jumps and falls, the whole of Coventry can hear Leo laugh.
Sorry, mate. I'm reading the comments.
It's old and it's more pushing. And it makes noise. They will definitely become.
Yeah. Tara's army that's in chat, that's the wife, so that's the unfortunate missus. Unfortunate because she's married to me. She says Leo Noah do the hot dog dance.
The hot dog, I haven't seen that one. Oh,
Simon, the best mystery box to get juvies and adult, especially adult. If you want adult, then 100. If you want juvies, then 50 at least.
Can you, if somebody put in the comments, I know it's a mystery box and I apologise, blame Scott's Inverts, can I have only New Worlds or beginners stuff? Can you do stuff like that?
Just Balfour.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can't do just Balfouries.
Yeah, no, we'd send you a message back saying if you want Balfouries, buy Balfouries.
Michael Scott secretly watches Peppa. I can't talk about Peppa Pig because I'm not vegetarian. So the best place for Peppa Pig is in a batch.
But yeah, so certainly with mystery boxes, we get it daily. Can I only have New World? Can I only have Old World? Can I have this? Can I have that? Sometimes it's very easy to make it happen. Other times, not so much. I mean, we sometimes have people order a £20 mystery box and say, "Can I have adult females?" No.
I'd put, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If you had some more onto the price.
If you want an adult female mystery box in Coventry for 20 quid, there's a red light district just up the road from here in Hillfields. What do
you get for 20 quid then?
What you catch is
probably a lot.
Harry's
There's a lot of people
from Coventry.
You'll get orange in Coventry.
8 years. Well, I'm coming up to 9 years clean, so I spent a lot of time with them, not doing drugs, not doing them. You really wouldn't, mate. You really wouldn't. You'd
ask for a refund, would you?
You wouldn't even stop the car.
You slow down and speed up.
Oh.
Tarantulas for Southerners. A bat is a bat or a bread roll.
We thought we were going to have well, not my car, my mate's car bricked in Hillfields because we went into the red light district just as a laugh, and this guy in this 4x4 picked this girl up. So my mate was like, "Shall we follow him?" And I was like,
no.
And I was thinking, "What are you thinking?" And he went, "Oh no, just for the laugh, so they can't find anywhere to park." So we did, and they stopped at the lights, and this girl got out, found this brick, picked it up, and started yelling and screaming and all sorts of that. We were like, "Yeah, it's time to go now."
Yeah, she needs her crack.
I think the guy driving wanted crack as well.
Yeah.
That's mad. I wouldn't expect adult tea in a mystery box. No, Scott, you're just a wanker, says Chaz. Chaz, you know me too well. What do you reckon you guys would have been into if it wasn't spiders?
That's a difficult question. It's been so long, I can't remember what it was like without spiders. I mean, both funny enough, both me and Dan, when we were younger, we were BMXers. Although obviously there's quite an age gap between me and Dan, so it was at different times.
2 years, you dickhead.
Are you a fair bit older than Danielle? Sorry, then.
2 years.
Prick.
2 years older, but no, when you're 18, 2 years is a big gap. You know, like so Dan was also much better at BMXing than I ever was.
Was Danielle one of the kids that you looked up to and went, "Wow, I wish I could do that jump"?
Yeah.
Well, when I first started working, and she showed me the videos. Like, I was like, "No, that's not you. That's not you. That's like." Look, obviously, being a BMXer when I was younger, I know how difficult it is, and she made it look rather easy. The stuff I can never do. I went from BMXing on to surfing.
Check it out, guys. It's Danielle Jervis, Jervis. That's my maiden name. I got married to this prick behind me. Right.
Such a loving relationship.
In the air.
I'm lucky I haven't signed it.
Are you going to put any of those early BMX videos on TikTok?
No,
I could, but the quality of them is so bad because the cameras back then, we're talking 17 years ago at least. The cameras back then they're not what they are today. And the quality of the videos is just terrible. But I was big in the BMX game. I enjoyed it. I miss riding so much, but now I'm fat and I'm a vlog and I've got kids to worry about and a business to worry about and I don't have time for it. Oh, and a husband.
Not to worry about.
I used to love mountain bikes, but the only problem for me is if I got on one, Layla would just go, poof, and I'd be like, they're not made for fat blokes. We used to have a BMX track, and it was like 2 humps one side, 2 humps the other side, and it went round in a circle. And the top, it was like inclined, so you could go up and then round and then down.
Yeah, like a bank.
So we didn't bother with the tricks. We just used to just go round it and round it and round it, racing all day long. I don't think
I grew up on Hayling Islands and in one of the parks. I think it's
yeah. I've been down
Hayling
here.
Park. Yeah, so one of the parks, I can't remember what the name was. Like, there's actually got a concrete BMX track in there. Well, it did haven't been Hayling for a few years, so don't know if it's still there or not. But and obviously Hayling Skate Park on the beach. That's where I used to spend a lot of my time.
So somebody thought Harry was married to Danielle. Someone asked Nicola, is Danielle's husband the guy in the videos with her on TikTok? I was like, no, that's Harry. Her hubby is Scott.
I couldn't work with my husband. I love
You
him
must
dearly,
get that.
and it's great to see him in the evening. But fuck working with him.
Simon said, I started collecting tarantulas at the Bristol Invert Show. Bristol Invert Show is one of our favourites, I must admit. It's absolutely awesome. But I really want P Metallica, but to be fair, spiders still scare the shit out of me. Would you recommend this purchase?
I gets to see my baby.
P Metallica, they're a good first old world, but
Mate,
if you're still getting into it.
Balfour is the best old world.
Yeah. Or say my first old world was a Metallica, and luckily enough, like you'll find out all different spiders. They have different personalities. You can't. I mean, I had an OBT that was chill, and I had a Grammastola that just fret pushing me all the time. Like they do have their own personality.
They're all assholes.
They don't know, apparently.
Lewis is a Balfour whisperer. That he tells them what to do, and they literally do it. It pisses me off.
Yeah, but the best one is me and Chris both got a female Balfour at exactly the same time. I put mine into the enclosure, and it did not want to go into the enclosure. It just wanted to sit on my hand. Every time I put it in, it comes straight back out and sit on my hand. Putting it back in, 1 foot would be on my finger,
So
and it'd be trying to like dangle it off, and it walk back out.
We've all discovered that Balfour and me do not get on. I've never, ever been able to successfully breed them. And 3 days ago, I found my first ever Balfour egg sac. I've bred P Metallicas. I've bred pumpkin patches. I've bred Regalis. I've bred Fimbriatus. I've bred loads of stuff.
The Palmers, Panther Beaters.
Never been able to breed. I found my first egg sac.
Awesome. Steve W said to you guys, thank you so much for coming on tonight's live. Steve's off to bed, so night, Steve.
Night, Steve.
Night, Steve.
Night, Steve. Sweet dreams, mate.
I agree with little beaters. Yeah, all old worlds are good. To be fair, P Metallica. If you get an adult female, there's only 2 points where you're kind of going, oh shit, and that's the rehousing and feeding. Feeding, if you've set her up and with nice piece of cork bark, 9 times out of 10 they're in that cork bark, so you've only got to drop food in the top, and the rest of the time you've got the door shut. You're just looking at it anyway. So the only risk is on the rehousing, and if you rehouse on the side of caution, so you open up your doors, got you just I know my imagination. Just bear with me. Imagine with me. You got your enclosure. You open up your doors. You put your pot in. Loosen it up with your fingers. It's really loose, ready to come off. Take the top off with a pair of tongs. Take the tissue that's on the top off. Close the door. Wait for the spider to come out by itself. It goes to its cork bark. Then you open it up. Take that pot out. Close the doors. Job done. Your old world's rehoused and it's all happy in its enclosure. And that's basically what I do most of the time. Especially more so with true spiders, I tell you.
Harry, if you want to smoke, I think you probably can, mate. It's gone 9 p.m.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, crack on.
People.
I'm going to make a cup of tea quick as well. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
I used to do all the
Harry.
time.
Where's he going?
Make a tea, because he's a fanny and doesn't drink.
I'm teetotal.
And me.
Oh, okay. You're a fanny too. Sorry, mate.
Well, I've had my issues in the past, so drink something I don't want to start as well as.
Hope you feel bad now.
I do. I'm ashamed. I'm sorry. No, it's just banter between me and Harry. It's an everyday thing.
Luke, ADHD's arachnids, his first tarantula was a Metallica. See, my first old world was an OBT, and the OBTs get such bad press. It's unreal. And I think, obviously, not Portsmouth tarantulas, but I have seen other sellers kind of go, oh, they're going to rip your face off, they'll bite you, they'll do this, that, and other. And then that creates a selling point for them and promotes that bad media.
Right.
I've never had an issue with an OBT. They've always been called to the fact where I think I've got 6 of them now, of the red colour forms, and 1 Makuni.
If you respect the spider enough to give it room to do what it needs to do, then you're not going to get bit. Harry's been bit. Scott's been bit.
Yeah, I got it was a dry bite by HMAC Togo Starburst.
Ooh. That could have ended badly.
yeah. Luckily, it was a dry bite. It was quite a small juvie as well. So,
wow, you lucky guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he came out on my hand in fret posture. Like he was fret postured already when he was like as soon as he was on my hand, and I didn't know what to do, and I literally moved a tiny bit to try and get him off my hand, and he struck. Like, and then he egged it. Like, but yeah, so luckily it was a dry bite.
Exactly, Shani. Shani says, same here. I've heard so many bad things about OBT, so I've been put off the idea of one.
No, there's much worse out than OBT.
Push one down.
That's gone.
Hey, what can we do? What can we do where he's gone?
Portsmouth takeover.
Harry, give us a
Tattoo tour. Got my everything's inverted. That's my Joker hand.
Oh, he's back.
Everyone
normal.
So a long time ago, I used to stream off the Wi-Fi, and it kept stopping and starting all the time. So as soon as we got monetized, I was like, right, well, let's upgrade things. So I bought the Ethernet cable, and it's an expensive one, and it plugs into the Wi-Fi box in the other room. So the angel that Layla is knocked it out. So literally, you could just imagine the swearing that's just gone on off camera. But she put it back in. Just ordered a mystery box of tarantula rookie. I caved. Hashtag blames. Yeah, I bet you needed a lot of pushing for that, didn't you, Matty? Again, if you order from Portsmouth Tarantulas while this live stream is going, Scott, Danielle, and Harry are going to put an extra freebie in for you, which is pretty damn cool. Scott's a mega.
Guys, there might be orders not going out tomorrow, just because of the weather. But we are currently on 32 orders.
Shh, fucking hell.
That's a busy Wednesday.
Get some more on. Get some more orders in, and we'll see how pissed off we can get Harry. How
Oh, TikTok it.
TikTok all of them. Look
Harry.
at his face.
My
order, the one with the blondie.
Yeah.
Don't put a freebie in it. Put it in somebody else's, just a random.
Oh, that's lovely of you, mate.
Lewis.
Giving away
his freebie.
You're not allowed to go to Scott, okay?
Yeah, I can't go to Scott.
So Lewis and Ellie
Are
have
you
just
7695? Yeah.
So Ellie and Lewis have just ordered a Blondie sling, which is going to go in somebody's box as an additional. Thank you, guys. You guys, man, rock.
Did he just say that wrong?
No, you got that wrong, Scott. The freebie that they're doing.
The freebie that comes in yours.
Yeah, is going in somebody else's box.
The
Blondie's still coming.
Look.
That's
right.
what I heard.
So we're sending the freebie to Lewis, and then we're sending this blondie off to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm allowed to make mistakes. I'm old. Do you know what I mean? It's a dementia kicking in. So somebody's going to end up with an extra freebie, but it's not going to be the blondie. It's going to be the freebie that would have gone in with Lewis's, which is pretty. Chris, exactly. I'm old. I'm allowed to make these mistakes. I'm old.
Kieran's going.
I'm old, ginger, wanker with and a blue Smurf. So that qualifies me to make loads of mistakes and get away with them.
Whatever does
I wish I had money to order now as I'm moving home next Monday. So no money for a while, says Nicola. That'll be a late night packing. You're right there, Michelle. My word. So sad I don't live in the UK.
Next time you order, say you move house, we'll send you a housewarming gift.
Nicola, so did you hear that? When you've moved and you put an order in with Portsmouth tarantulas and you say, look, I've actually moved house now, Scott's going to put you a welcome gift in there. That is pretty cool.
Is that Nicola
Yeah.
Elkin?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, I got to love my mods. You know,
Yes, Scott, you are Rachel.
she's got my back there, isn't she? You know, Jackie. Liam the Ginge, yes, big up the Gingers.
But that's what you
Oh, gonna head off to sleep. See you later. See you later, Liam. Thank you for joining, dude.
Right, dude.
Night, Liam.
Right.
South Carolina, you watching from there? Wow.
Your cat wants to come in.
Squat, I have a question. So you know I have an adult female pokey. I'm looking for a mature male, says Erin. Erin, well, you're in good standing here because Lewis is the guy that I go to on pokey breedings as well as a lot of other YouTubers. But what mature male is it? What female have you got?
I think it's a regardless, but I still need pictures of him somehow.
Chris, we're not at the next show, mate. The New York show. That's the one in December, isn't it? We're not there. I'm sorry, mate.
Night, Dave. Is it Uncle Dave off to bed?
Oh, no, Dave.
Yeah, Uncle Dave's off to bed.
Night, Dave.
Needs to get his beauty sleep in.
Well done. Lewis farted.
Nicholas says, yeah, that's me. You probably remember from the mystery box and the list I gave you at the show, Danielle.
Nicola, I always remember you. I've done you a few TikToks, I believe, and you've ordered up a few times. I always remember you, love.
Oh.
I don't remember anybody.
Erin, have you got any social media that you can contact Lewis with, so you can send the pictures over to him, because it's probably a good idea that you make sure yours is female before getting the mature male,
and that she's ready and that it's the right species of pokey.
Simon, what shows are still on this year? There's only the Newark show this year now, isn't it?
I think so, and then it sees on the end of January. You can lay down, buddy. Come on.
I win a bet with you. By the way, the start of this year, I bought a Regalis off you. Says Chris is on wheels show, and you guys said it was female. Sex molt. It is female. Danielle, no one ever remembers me as I'm unloved, according to some people, says Chaz. Chaz, you ain't unloved. You're far from unloved.
Chaz, you're more than loved, mate.
Flipping out.
Says hello to you, just close.
Jeremy's Wild World. Great source for true spiders, by the way. If you want any true spiders, hit Jeremy up. It says, question, are the P species blue things got any colour on them yet?
No,
I believe so, yes. Harry?
They've got a slight. The ones that have recently melted have just getting their little blue sheen on. The £45 ones, I think, isn't they?
Just if you order one, just put the hashtag blame Scott's inverts, and Harry will look for the ones with the slight blue on for you. How's that?
got a little bit.
My regalis was female, but grew a penis between molts, it seems. Not from Portsmouth, Tarantula, by the way. Grew a penis? Grew a paddy pouch?
Fingers.
Nicholas says that to me. Peace stars me and the Redunkus have given me the
it
run around.
ever becomes a male or whatever, just let us know. We will sort it out. Mistakes happen.
Baby, I need to blow.
But not be like other people.
No, we can't sort out other people's mistakes.
I don't have TikTok, Aaron.
I got 3 red.
But Chris does. If you send it to Chris, Chris will then send it to me.
Chaz, that happens to all of us, mate. I wouldn't worry about that. The people that ignore you in those type of situations, Chaz, are the people that you just don't bother talking to anymore. Pretty simple. Hey, Michael. Been watching these guys' vids all weekend. Amazing business. Male sex organs, says Tarantula Rookie. Yeah, Tarantula Rookie does like his male sex organs. Aaron's on Instagram.
I've got IG, yeah.
Chris says the blondies are cheap on your website.
That's down to Scott.
50 quid.
Oh. Chris, look, Chris is sending you an O face.
How much of the slings that you guys
like randomly, they're just mine.
It's a little bit iffy this evening, I've got to say. Scotty, only on my OnlyFans, you blue bearded smurf. Oh yeah. How much of your slings do you actually produce yourself?
That's all down to Dad. She's the breeder.
Probably, I'd say probably around 60-70% of slings that we produce ourselves. We have Liam and Kim that breed all the Poecilotheria for us. Liam and Kim breed all the Poecilotheria for us. I breed quite a lot myself. The other stuff is brought in. The other stuff after that, generally adults in large studios, there's collections and stuff. We're always offered collections, which we always take. So if you've got a collection and you're looking to get out of the hobby, just hit us up.
These spiders, Portsmouth Tarantulas was my first mystery box. I've tried them and always go back. That's pretty. I mean, some sellers won't actually buy collections, so that's pretty good that you do. Because I should imagine with spiders, some people could go OTT and then get overwhelmed. So if you got you guys that can just go, look, we'll take the lot, done. I suppose that's going to be a big help to some.
Yeah, I mean, we had one bloke who unfortunately is I think his relationship ended and he had to move house and he didn't have room for his huge collection anymore. Though it was a room collection as well. That was a few years ago now. But yeah, that was he was really like. I mean, it helped both of us. I mean, obviously we helped them out with a little bit of cash in their pocket as well. And we take their spiders off their hands. And then we get a few spiders in for the website. So it's a win-win situation for everyone in that kind of situation.
Lewis, Aaron's going to drop you a message over Instagram.
Also, with collections, we generally get stuff in collections that we don't normally have. I'm more than aware that our stock isn't always changing. There's only so many sun tigers you can sell, and there's only so many sun tigers I can breed. I'm more than aware that our stock is generally all the same. So when we get a collection in and you've got something like a skeleton leg or a Gramastola rosea or, something out of the ordinary, it brings people to the website and it's fantastic. So we're always looking for collections.
Yeah, cool. Nice sound.
Night BCSTS says, love you all. Good night. Night, mate. Take care. Thank you for popping along.
Bye.
Bye.
Did you get that message from Erin, Lewis?
Yeah,
She's
I'll,
going to make an Instagram for you
Chris is
I'll
special
drop the
babies.
Instagram in the
in the chat. I like them lowlands. Yes, Stephanie.
Is he complaining that I stole your phone now, yeah? Oh my god, oh my goodness, she stole your phone.
How you feeling with this cold, Ellie? You all right?
Part-time.
No, she's dying.
I got children, I'm not allowed to die. It's an obligation to function ill or not.
Oh,
Yeah. How many have you got, Ellie?
2.
nice spamming of the discount code, says Michael. Yeah, that's with mantisni.co.uk. Scott's inverts 15%. Oh,
don't do it that way.
Chris Zero on Wheels says, has anybody got mature male?
Copy the link to copy or anything.
The list, you gotta do like this.
There you go.
Yeah, Steve. G. Rosa being mentioned as out of the ordinary. We'd have laughed hearing that 20 years ago. Yes, definitely.
Same
Well,
with
you
the
gotta
Emperor
remember-
Scorpions.
20 years ago, nobody really gave a crap too much about environment and things getting made extinct and all the rest of it. So everybody just went to other countries and went, oh, yeah, we'll have all those. And that was it. Yeah,
Some countries,
are the same.
some,
Yeah.
yeah, and some countries aren't doing it correctly. Like Sri Lanka, like the pokies out of Sri Lanka, like the Rahala aren't really in the hobby. Like obviously it's illegal to take anything out of Sri Lanka, but also Sri Lanka are tearing down their wilderness, and so the Sri Lankan pokeless areas are losing their habitat at an amazingly quick rate, and they're not in the hobby, so people aren't breeding them, so they will be extinct soon.
I think it was Mindanao south from out that little valley. They were thinking about flooding the valley. And there's 4 species of Mindanios. There's south, there's north, there's east, and there's west. I think they might have been renamed now, but at the time of reading this, I remember thinking, if you flood that whole valley, that's 4 whole species gone. In fact, the genus would have been gone.
Yeah. So I mean,
Right,
like,
Scott, there's 19 hashtag blame Scots now.
Not yet, Leyland. 19.
Obviously conserving the wild population is extremely important. But when you're not allowing it to come into the hobby so people can breed it and keep it going and taking away their habitat, you're just pushing things to extinction. And because it's spiders, people don't really care. Because it's just a spider to most people.
And then lose again.
Couldn't decide. Aaron says couldn't decide what to order, so I went for a mystery box. Sorry, off to bed. Night, mate.
Night, Aaron.
That is. I mean, there is people that will say, you know, captive bred only. But what people don't understand is we also need wild caught to come into the hobby every now and again, as well as we, you know, definitely need that wild caught to come in. But we need that wild caught to come in supervised and monitored this end, as well as being monitored on the place of origin, as well as there's things like there was talk about the Asian scorpions, all of them getting put on CITES a little while back because the theory was that they were disappearing from the world. I've chatted to a couple of people over there in the Philippines, and they said that they're literally everywhere. There's tons of them everywhere. There's only
it's their food.
As much as
I'm a celebrity.
Emperors are definitely one of the ones that are disappearing. Are any tarantula species populations properly managed by the government, i.e. exported for breeding and then brought back into the country? I think Mexico do something like that, but the details I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm not really too sure about all of that, to be honest. So I think Mexico. I think you're right. I think Mexico, and I think maybe no. I don't think the southern states of America have anything like that.
No, the southern states are just like, yeah, take it at the moment. So again, it's down to us to be considerate of what we're buying, where from, and to ask those questions.
Mind you, to anybody who's listening and watching, I would take Scott's advice with a pinch of salt. Scott said you need a microphone for a sexing device. It doesn't work. It doesn't tell me whether they're male or female. It does not work.
I got the words mixed up once.
A magnifying glass will help. Leave the microphone by a magnifying glass.
I said microphone instead of microscope because you need a really good microphone so you can hear what they're saying. They'll tell you. If the tarantula's male, it will say, "Look, you know, I've got pedipalps and stuff." And if it's female, it will tell you. But you need a really good microphone.
Really good microphone to listen to it singing Barry White.
Yeah.
Chronically vexed, they do. Got a female through CITES, and it was captive breeding from a facility in Mexico. That's mad, really, isn't it? Future of spiders are in our hands, and what we import. Well, I think there was some talk that says basically with the P Metallica that there's more P Metallica in the hobby in the UK than what there is in the actual wild, which is.
They're called the Guti Sapphire because they literally only live around this little village in India called Guti. Yeah. And again, this village is expanding into a town and taking the wilderness away. So there's barely any left in the wild.
Didn't they find another population of them up in the hills about 20 miles away from the actual village as well? Like a separate,
well, this one.
To protect that area. Well, I mean, you think it's crazy, you know, to think that their habitat's being destroyed. But if you look how greedy us as humans are, then it's not really surprising. Palm oil is like the biggest destroyer of micro worlds the planet has ever seen. And you kind of sit at home and think, yeah, palm oil. But if you watch the documentaries on the stuff and you look at the vast amount of forest that's being destroyed, if you don't cry about it, there's something wrong. It is generally like.
Luckily enough, with the palm oil stuff, it's severely endangering what's left of the orangutans.
No, it's harsh.
The orangutans being an extremely cute, fluffy creature everyone cares about. You say that this giant spider that lives in trees, like everyone's like it's a spider, you know. So yeah, people need to be, you know, like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, an animal is an animal, you know, especially with my views, like living the British lifestyle. Every life is just as important as the next, be it a spider or an orangutan. You know, like everything's important. Like, just to be ripping it down so we can have like a bit of oil in our food or something. It's crazy, really.
Oh, again, it just shows you how greedy us as humans are and how much of a disposable kind of one-use race that we are at the moment.
It all comes down to money, doesn't it? The palm oil was a big money thing for people, you know, like so.
Years ago, we used to fix things, repair things, make use of things.
Things were made to last.
And now it's just like things come in and they go within 2 seconds, including fashions. You know, people want the latest phone, and then 6 months later they're chucking that away for another one.
Or the lesbian that's not a lesbian because she's got short hair.
Oh, do you get a bit of that? Do you?
All the time, mate. All the time.
How could somebody judge you just because you've got short hair?
They're happy to jump on palm oil, but nobody's happy to jump on palm oil. No, they beef burgers.
What's up, Ellie?
I said I was having a discussion with Lewis. I said,
Well,
you
it
all
might-
have to
mike's
jump
on,
on palm oils, but you're not happy to jump on your cows. Everybody will complain if they take your beef burger off the fucking menu, but nobody's going to complain when they take palm oil off the menu.
That is true. That is true. That cows do take up a lot of our countryside, and if we didn't eat beef, it would have been trees. And the methane that comes off cows is absolutely incredible.
The thing is,
I do like beef.
the cows and the ruminant animals, plus the fish, is causing more environmental damage than palm oil or anything grown on land. But nobody complains about them because they make too much profit for the government.
Yeah, the overfishing of the oceans is absolutely something that needs to be sorted out. That's especially when you see, like, say, the documentaries, when you see these trawlers going through, and then not only are they catching the fish to eat, but the bycatch, like the dolphins, the sea turtles, everything else, and they just dispose of them. You know, I don't know if they still do it. Like, but I remember seeing a documentary years ago about the shark fins, like them just taking the sharks out, cutting the shark's fins off, and chucking the shark back into the water.
Gemma.
Night, Gemma.
The thing is, right, with the shark fins, yes, it can piss people off, but there's only a handful of people who actually eat and buy and use shark fins. If it was only that, it's not going to be too much damaging. It's when everything else is going on, or they catch them and they put them back dead, or it's just like byproducts and things like that. That's even worse. There's a lot of things which ain't right with it. But it's normally the things that tackle the people who've got the least that they're willing to stop, not the people that got the most. Thing is, if we did cut out a burger, there's other animals we can eat. Chicken ain't a problem. Everybody loves their chicken. But if you take something off of somebody who don't already have a lot, you're just making it worse again.
Exactly. There's plenty of protein in bugs, and there's billions of bugs. Start eating bugs, people.
I am the world's worst for beef products.
No, Jeremy.
Harry, you've only just started eating beef, mate.
I do like beef, but we don't eat as much beef as what we used to. In favour of chicken as it goes. Well, I've got to be honest, it comes down to chicken's a lot cheaper at the moment.
The thing is the alternatives isn't that much cheaper. The alternatives are more expensive, and they're probably worse off for you as well. Unless you decide to go make your own. Because half of them go full of additives and preservatives, which plays havoc with my system.
Going back to the fish in the sea, fish are the most polluted animal on the planet because of our seas.
Well, the microplastics.
Mercury is the worst from fish.
Well, in like a trash, like a floating trash somewhere in like the Pacific, where it's like the same size as like New Zealand or something crazy, like that, isn't it? Like,
a garbage patch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And most of it isn't filled with your straws, by the way, or your cotton buds, or any of that. It's filled with fish and stuff from all the trawlers.
Yes.
Yes, Steve.
Steve.
Why
did you do that?
It's like a fish.
Harry eating mealworms.
Oh, that's gross.
Yes. There you go. You said it.
You do it.
I mean,
Eating bugs is good for.
No, not caramelized scorpions.
if you think about it, though, if we were brought up to eat mealworms, let's say Mario worms, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. You'd probably be watching the live with a packet of salt and vinegar mealworms or something and thinking nothing of it. But because you're brought up in a way that like you get an insect and you're almost supposed to be scared of them from the word go, that we don't. But it'd be interesting to see in the next 10 years what alternative foods like mealworms actually come into the market in a bigger scale. Would be very, very interesting. Peanut butter sandwich with
Food safety
Yeah,
standards,
Jaden.
people
Hey,
have
Jada.
stopped all that at the moment.
What? Stop the insects?
Oh, no, it's Mario worms.
Mario worms, they'll bite you though.
Ah, bites in the foot.
stop
Probably
insects
if
being
we stop-
sold as food.
In the UK.
in the
I'm doing it
UK.
for free.
That's probably because the underlying thing is that they're a lot cheaper to sell. To keep yourself, you could have a colony of mealworms. It's not going to be a problem. So the government ain't going to make nowhere near as much money. And at the moment, the government are trying to get money left, right, and centre from us guys. Be it tax, be it parking fines, be it whatever it is. They seem to be wanting to pay, one for COVID, two for the NHS £33 billion crap app that they brought out. And now we need to stock up on weapons and replace the weapons that we keep giving away to abroad. No worries, Jaden.
Yep.
Ain't going in mine.
Let's sort that cricket out. I'd like to, Luke. It's been pissing me off for 2 weeks. Phil had one. I needed the same thing. I think his went on for 2-3 weeks before it eventually popped its clogs.
We need to give up bugs and start drilling for oil. We'll become rich instantly. Let's move to Saudi.
Yeah. Again, if you go into Portsmouth tarantulas,
Would you ever eat a tarantula?
No.
sorry,
No,
I'll have an itchy mouth.
not even that. I
Would
want it in a, want it in a
you ever
tank.
eat a tarantula then?
that's a
So
weird
we've
question.
got this
James.
guy,
Okay,
Mikey.
he's
He's
been
17. He comes and volunteers and feeds the spiders on a Thursday. He actually took a molt out of one of the enclosures the other day and decided to put on his leg. I was like, so weird, mate. He said it was sour.
There was a series with Gordon Ramsay where he went over to the Far East and he caught and cooked a few tarantulas.
Yeah, you can buy one on eBay. I don't know. I think if I was in the Philippines and it was there as street food, then I probably would at that point.
When in Rome.
But I don't think I just
That's
would.
if they've got any live ones and stick them in a bag and take them home.
I'll feed the cats. In
Dejan, your humour goes over my head.
quick shower.
Scott, if you had a discount,
The discount code is Scott's Inverts, and that's for mantisni.co.uk, 15% off. If you head over to Portsmouth Tarantulas this evening and put an order in, then you will get an extra freebie in with your order, which is pretty damn nice of them.
You know what?
Scott, think I need to order you an edible one to come. All right, mate, we'll do that. Jaden, if you order me one, right, we'll get you back on another live and we'll do it on a live and we'll smash the tarantulas off. How's that? But we'll do it. That sounds like a charity live to me, Jaden, if you're for it.
No.
Yes, mate.
What you want?
Yeah, definitely, Jaden. Drop me a message and we'll hook up for another live and we'll do a charity thing where we munch them if you want.
Yeah.
Jackie's just dropped her link into the chat. Jackie's one of the moderators, but she also runs a channel all about ghosts and exploring abandoned places and stuff like that. So if that's your thing, make sure you hit up Jackie with a subscription as well. Oh, Jaden, no worries. Yeah, drop me a PM and we'll have a chat. Although talking about
and then go backwards. Christmas Day is way longer. I got to
Yeah. Okay.
I got to shout. I'm over here.
Hashtag Ask Scott.
Mr. Gringo got my wife into spiders due to his videos. Soon I'll start a GoFundMe channel to make me normal again. Dejan, we don't want you normal. We want you as you. We want DJ as DJ. Somebody called Lupang has just dropped their Instagram in. I don't know who that is. Who's that? Who's this Lupang?
I don't mind donating to DJ just for some peace and quiet sometimes.
Yeah, electroshock therapy, that's what he needs.
Is it just a? Did you say it was a Carabiner versus Cola? That the easiest to pack? What's the easiest?
Hardest.
Yeah, because they just like wandering around. They don't like most of them just like going straight into the pot. It's nice and safe. It's nice and cozy for them. Whereas the Verties, for some reason, they just prefer to be out and about. Like, so just trying to get them in the pot and then get them to stay in the pot, like, can be a bit of a challenge. Old worlds are generally easier, believe it or not, because you point them in the right direction and they bolt straight into the tube. Unless you poke them in slightly the wrong way and they turn around and fret posture, then you've got to somehow pack them into the tube whilst they're attacking it. So I think there was a video that actually took down from TikTok. The Cobalt Blue that we tried to pack, Cobalt Blue adult female, and then we actually filmed it on TikTok, and it did really well. And then for some reason it got taken down, didn't it? Yeah, but say that was definitely a fun thing to try and pack.
Never tried packing them.
Adult Cobalt Blue can be So any of the adults, like the Killibracas Hawhinis, like when we had the absolute giant females in, they were always a bit fun to pack. But it's generally to say the more friendly ones that like to be out and about. That's the more difficult ones to pack because they don't like staying in the tubes for too long.
All right, Jada. Probably missed this question being answered, but ever been bitten whilst packing, says James.
Yeah, that was when I got bit by the HMAC, the Togo Starburst. It was a dry bite. It was a dry bite, luckily. Scott's been bit. Dan hasn't.
What did Scott get hit by?
It was regardless, wasn't it? Or was it Primbriatis?
What was that one like?
I didn't use tongue. I was just like.
What was it? Out of the room for?
Oh yeah, we did. This was back when we first started. I'd only been working for about a month or two, and Scott was packing a big female electric blue, gorgeous thing, and it decided to leg it down his leg and then straight off his trousers leg. So Scott had to John Wayne walk out the room to get his trousers off so he could get it before it got a bit too high up.
I've got three girls, and my Cobalt Blue has sat on this hand, run up the tongs, threat pose in this hand, while I was screaming like a little girl, and my wife just went out the kitchen, shut the door, and started pissing herself on the other side of the door. I was like, "Yeah, thanks." She was like, "You're more high pitched than what Layla is." I was like, "What?" AA Convert, which is Mark and Victoria, if you see those guys. Says, which tarantula have you had the worst reaction to their urticating hairs from? That's a good one.
Always the Paraposers, always the blondies, the sturmies, the apophysis, like their hairs are. I mean, but when I had a big sturmy female, like she was dinner plate size, massive, and I was rehoming her, and I did all. I knew I don't cope too well with their hairs, so it was middle of the summer, boiling hot, and I've got a full jumper on. I've got my bike gloves on. I've got like my scarf up over here, shades on, hat on, and I've moved her in, and I've got her in, and she was kicking like crazy, and so I managed to get her in, and because I was so hot, I just ripped off my top, and I blew up all the hairs, and they all went into my armpits, and they had the most painful armpits for a good few hours. Shower doesn't help. Nothing helps. You just have to deal with it.
You should have took your employers to a tribunal for that, Harry. That's like workplace injury.
This was my personal. This was at home. This was my personal girl.
Oh.
Harry, baby oil Calamine lotion.
Does that work?
Yeah.
I wish I knew that when it happens.
Lazadora Kluge for me. Oh, I had to get rid of mine because it was just that bad for me.
I'll take a shower. Okay.
I think it's generally the bigger species. I think it's really funny when I'm packing slings, like New World slings, and they start trying to kick hair. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? There's no point.
Does anybody remember Tarantula Guy 1997? I swear he was bitten every week. I think he was. I remember watching his bite from that P Metallica, and he was there like this, and he said, "My arm feels like it's been put into a vat of boiling lava. I'm just doing this for YouTube. I am going to have to go to the hospital." I was like, "Wow."
I'd say Pokepherias are they're preyed upon by some tigers haven't got urticating hairs.
Well, something about them makes me itch.
Yes, salmon payers don't have urticating. That's why they're so fast and aggro, because they don't have the hairs.
Something about them makes me itch. Every time I handle one or pack it up, it makes the palms of my hands. I'm like this.
I love the salmon payers genus.
I don't. They're annoying to pack. They're too.
Salmon payers, Tapientus, and Pseudoclamus. I think that for boreals, they're absolutely stunning.
I mean, the purple tree spider. I mean, when you get it under the right light, it's absolute stunner.
And they're all New Worlds.
But they act like old worlds because they haven't got their hairs.
Harry, say hello to Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. Why aren't you in bed, mate? Uh-oh.
Was that Harry?
You got all excited there.
Oh.
What was it, mate? What was it? What's that?
Mind you were sleeping.
Salmon payers reduncus are another gorgeous spider.
No, I can't. I've never seen one. I remember. I think it was.
Harry, Charlie will now answer your question.
It was quite a few years ago. I think it was dark then. They did a video of what's the polar seller? Is it Spider's World, Spider Planet, Spider something?
Spiders World EU.
Many Polish sellers, mate.
Yeah, that's the one. Spider's World EU. Did a tour, and there was a salmon payas in there. Yeah, so there was a salmon payas on that tour, and it looked like a sun tiger, but its markings were like bright white. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was absolutely stunning. Like, I've never seen or heard one about it since. Like, let's say, rather than having the orange markings, it was like almost luminous white. It was absolutely stunning.
Wow!
I don't know if it was just a freak like a random freak like from the sun tiger, or whether it was its own species or not. Like, but say I haven't seen one since.
I have to apologise. I've just ordered the Emernia tonight, says Mark. Salmon payers are crazy, pretty to look at, but they love to escape and flip out. See, mine were the same. When I had it in your typical smaller enclosure, as you do with the boreals, set it up with its cork bark, so recreating that part of a tree. But now I've moved her into a piece of cork bark like this and one of the bigger exoterras, and she's just chilled now. I think the salmon payers prefer that extra space.
Bit of extra space, yeah.
As well as having that typical claustrophobic tube that they love. I think they do like that extra space to come out and walk around. My other female, instead of going up the tube, she's gone down. She's burrowed down. She's got a burrow, which is, for me, it's really interesting. So I've got one living arboreally and one living fossorially, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
One of our females is dug down, and it down.
Yes.
I think. I mean, I've I've been talking about this for about a year. I think with all arboreal tarantulas, we need to give them that room to burrow just in case, especially until they're prior to being adults. They do seem to like to burrow. Pretty interesting when they.
My Metallica has made a burrow in front of the courtback, and she lives in that. She's webbed all of the front up, and she's an adult female. And she's got a big tank.
You said you got a Samapeus rhodancus in a spider shop mystery box, and you were slightly disappointed. Why were you disappointed, mate?
How many whiskies have you had, Dan?
2.
I've always put smaller Samapeus into slightly bigger setups just because of their bulk. They tend to stay inside easier. My Samapeus are both too small for Exos just yet. So I mean, when spiders do things they're not supposed to, like your arboreals burrow, that's when it really sparks my excitement. Linothelli phalax, as well as being a curtain webber, sometimes they burrow, and when they burrow, they put their web out of the burrow, and it doesn't look as thick. And anything that touches that web, obviously they come flying out for. But I just find that type of stuff really interesting.
Say it's the OBTs, don't they? Because they cast a semi-arboreal, but they will do whatever. You give them any kind of space, and they will use it to the best of their abilities.
I like to refer to that as the only tarantula that's like literally lives like a true spider.
Yeah.
It literally
any space you give it will use.
But I have found my OBTs that keep arboreal to the terrestrial ones have less of an attitude. So if you keep the ones that are kept terrestrially are more prone to threat pose.
So my OBT, I gave it both spaces, lots of substrate, a big tall cork bark if you wanted to go up, and it did just tuck itself behind a bit of cork bark, but it was so chill. Like I say, I never had a threat posture from it. Yeah. Like never legged it out or anything, but yet one of my Grammostolas that's supposed to be a beginner species, like every time I took the lid off, it threat postured. Like every time I opened the door to it, it threat postured. So it's they do have their own personalities.
It's been a while since you last ordered, mate.
He's just made me smile. Actually, he's just said, "Jaden's Mr. Grinder's Creatures. I remember when I first joined the hobby, Portsmouth tarantulas sorted me plenty and built my collection up with mystery boxes. I watched one of your videos today, Jaden, from 3 years ago, and my God, you look so young. And you were sitting there with a white wall, and you got like I think it was a tabletop out on your legs, and then you couldn't find the mystery box because you'd put it up on the shelf behind you." My subadult female sea versicolor has made a deep web tunnel all the way around the cork. My Tapiantius Rusty avoided the cork bark and just made web curtains everywhere. I always get at least 3 to 4 inches of sub, even for arboreals. I think it's good practice just to put 4 inches of substrate in for arboreals as standard, like you're saying, chronically vexed.
It helps with the humidity as well.
Nice carpet and moss always helps as well.
Oh yeah,
keeps it nice and moist.
The moss in Coventry is just brilliant. It is some of the greenest stuff you'll ever find. Probably radioactive, but it looks nice.
Thing is, we've got a lot of woodland.
Yeah, to be fair.
Being a city, we've got a lot of woodland.
Jaden, if you're after a blondie, then they're on the website currently for £50.
There's a couple left.
And if you put an order in while the stream's going, you get an extra freebie chucked in, and just put #blame Scott's inverts in the comments. It's not as good as in Wales, Scott. Emma, don't.
I put blame Danielle because she's the one who mentioned Blondie.
He says, what size are they at?
First moult.
Their first molts are probably like 3 to 4 centimeters.
But they gain size quick, don't they?
I'm about to say they don't stay that size for too long.
No.
They do.
They are quick growers.
She's just gone to jump in the shower.
Is she all right, Lewis? Was she feeling this? It's
She's
not.
feeling a bit rough, but she's a soldier.
It's almost the flu. This bloody cold thing. I went dizzy with it and all sorts. I did.
I think it was Saturday. I got out of bed. I literally took the covers off me, leant over, and fell back asleep on the bed. Like, just completely gone.
It's not a good one. I seen Robbie on his live the other day. He I think that was Saturday. He still had it. That was a week later, and I've had it. It'll be a week tomorrow.
I'm feeling a lot better. I'm just a bit bunged up now. Other than that.
But I think in future shows, if anybody's got a cold and you go into a show, it's cram packed. It gets really packed. It gets really hot. It gets really, basically a breeding ground. So if you go with a cold, just put a mask on. We did it through COVID. You can do it again at a show. It's like 50p, and you're protecting everybody else.
Yeah.
What's the largest pokey in your experience?
Regardless female we had. Yeah, so that regardless female, I mean, it's bigger than any Theraposa I've ever seen. Like, it was ridiculously huge.
An abdomen like this, mate.
Like it was huge. Like for an arboreal as well. Like, I mean, it's definitely the biggest spider I've ever seen. Like I say, and I've had the Sturmies and these. You know, like so, like he was huge. Like she was absolutely massive.
I
paired my
like the size of your head, mate.
I paired my Vitata up, and she got really chunky, really fat, and all the rest of it. And I was thinking, oh, wicked, egg sack soon. Chuck water in, did everything, and in the end, she ended up molting. But she's come out fucking huge. I've seen her twice. I haven't been able to compare her with anything yet. Do you know what I mean? She's not really been out big enough on the side of the glass for me to go, how big are you?
I'll dig her out next time I come down.
She is that stunning that I weren't pissed off with the fact that she didn't give me an egg sack. She's just come out absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Get it, mate.
Hi, Balfour Town.
Hey, Balfour Town.
Find it. Charlie, find it.
Steve, there's Robbie coughing his guts up all over people. Wasn't exactly not the best thing to see. Oh, Steve's come down with it as well then. Not saying it with him. You just wear a mask, don't you, mate? That's it. If I went to a show or, with a cold, I'd just stick a mask on. But we can't say for sure it was Robbie that gave us all the cold. It could have been anybody in there.
No, but it's still fun to blame Robbie.
Yeah.
Hashtag
blame Harry.
He'd take it on the chin. Definitely want to get the Sarpea species at seas. We'll be saving for them. Are you guys taking anything special to seas or doing anything for seas in general or anything planned?
Metallica.
What was that? The internet
Possibly
playing
GV Metallicas. It took between now and then.
Oh, nice. If it was a freebie that so many legs gave away Robbie's flu. Matt. Oh shit. Panther beaties are awesome, Nicola. Yeah, they certainly are, Mark. Nicola, can't wait for Seas. Very local to Jaden.
Seas is always a good show.
It's a
I
really
don't know
good
if
night
I'm going-
before as well. You should make it, guys. I mean, the hotel's 30 quid. Premier Inn. What's the other one?
Holiday.
No, it's not the Holiday Inn.
No?
No, it's the Premier Inn and Travel Lodge. I think it is. It's like 30 quid a night, and there's plenty of restaurants and pubs and stuff around. It's a really good night before as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually get to that one yet.
Chris is going, but I don't think I'm going. I'll be in Wales by then, and
Chris
it'll cost me 100 quid to get down there on the train.
Chris will be going with CFTN, so he'll be going the night before. So it's fucked me up a bit.
Did he message you about the price of the hotel for us? You said
No.
80 quid for all three.
Cheers, Charlie.
No. I'll just see if I've got the cash. Put it in the car.
Sorry, guys. Charlie, the
You say
laptop
that.
was one of the chair.
So what I'm thinking, Lewis, if it's cheaper for you to get to Coventry, and we go from Coventry, you're more than welcome to spend the night here and then go back on the Monday. Or you can come over on the Friday if you want. It's up to you. Not fussed.
Will we at
I'll have to think about it because it's all money, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump off, and Ella's not suitable to come on camera to say goodbye.
So Ellie's off camera going.
It's not
Lewis.
9 o'clock. It's
Kind of. Not quite, kind of. Now she is. Right. See you later.
See you later, pal.
Bye, mate.
See you later, Lewis. Take care. Just going down those
This
comments.
dog loves fuss.
Again, if you put an order in at Portsmouth Tarantulas before the end of this stream, you will get an extra freebie in there. So if you probably haven't got much longer left, to be honest, probably about 10 minutes.
Just be aware that the temperatures might be dropping, so you might not get your order.
But you get your freebie when we send it.
You will still get your order, just not the next day.
So if the temperatures go 3 degrees or below 3 degrees, Portsmouth hold fire until those temperatures go back up, which you can't argue about because it's putting the spider safety first.
Animal welfare is always the first, always the most important.
First and foremost, mate. First and foremost.
Yeah.
Jaden says, "Oh really? Oh yeah, freebies." My mystery box got the sweets, and I didn't even show the kids. I just munched them without even telling them.
Do you know something? We used to give away free spiders as freebies, but people used to get a little bit annoyed at us giving away free spiders because, like the comment earlier, that they were only allowed to order one, and their boxes come with 2 in it. Some people said that they didn't have anything to set the spider up in. The sweets have gone down so much better than free spiders.
Everybody loves free sweets.
Yeah, maybe an option on the website. Would you like your freebie to be sweets or another spider? Tarantula Rookie. Now, this, before anybody says anything, this is an amazing compliment, I think. Best seller I've ever dealt with for a DOA. A lot of sellers will flag you off like it's your fault and all this, that, and other. If something comes through the post and it's passed away in the post, which, when you think about it, you know, if you're a postal worker and all the rest of it, they don't go, "Oh, it says live creatures, let's just move that gently." They go, like they do with all the other posts. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's a pretty positive comment.
Was it Venomous Visions? Tony, one of his clients, like sent him a clip from their Ring doorbell because the postman just literally brought it up, package, and just dropped it.
Yeah.
Just literally dropped it. Yeah, and you can see it said live animals, fragile, and it just dropped. Yeah, caught her on the Ring doorbell, so it happens.
We're really lucky because our postman's shit scared of spiders. So if he has it in the van, he comes here first and goes, "There you go, see you later." But hopefully that client then went to Royal Mail and said, "What are you doing?"
4 years, and he's great.
Yeah, I think they definitely did.
He says it was a Marcelli sling, bless it, but was replaced, and that one's a headless chicken with fangs. I bought a tarantula off someone on eBay and it got lost as they shipped it via Everi, but squashed in the tub before sending it, so it was dead. That's eBay for you. No one sending to the Netherlands, so I decided to come and get them. Yeah, Osman's coming over to the BTS. Yeah, he's got to work out how he can get spiders from this country back to the Netherlands. Anyone breeding? Yeah, exactly. Anybody breeding any P species Arana paletia, the chicken spider? I haven't seen any.
I can't remember ever having them in, to be honest.
No. And Mark's just whacked his channel into the comments as well. Mark's a personal friend and a lovely, lovely guy. He definitely deserves more subscribers. Every single day he's awesome, is Mark.
What's his channel?
Says, found it. If you're going to send it me, I think my phone's died. Mark the Spy Guy.
Scott, if you send me his link, then I can send it on to Harry, because Harry hasn't got the comments up at the moment. Because Harry doesn't know how to do that.
No, I brought them up, but it covers up everything else, so I can't actually see you when that happens.
Oh, okay. So fair enough.
I have a choice to either look at the comments
or me. And it's obviously going to be me.
Or actually have a look what's going on.
I'm on 1%, so no, it's just died. But I will do it later on this evening for you, Harry. No worries. I'll send it over to Danielle for you.
I just remember back in the day when I used to watch everything. There was a bloke called Mark. So there was a bloke called Mark. I think I can't remember, but say he was hench, big dude, and he had like the Black Widows and the Wandering Spiders and stuff. I didn't know if it was the same bloke. No. I think he had a chicken spider as well.
Mark doesn't keep DWA. When you watch Mark will make you feel like you're in his front room with his spiders, having a cup of tea with him. It's nice. Yeah, such a chill channel. Different to mine, because I'm very much like, yeah, Scott's inverts, you know. Mark's very much like, come down, have a look. Do you know what I mean? He literally makes you feel like you're sitting in front of him. Mark's, please forgive me, Mark. Mark's an old guy and normally pops around on the electric scooter at the shows.
We're using Scott's phone as a webcam. Oh, wait, I'm upside down. There we go.
Cheney, sorry, is it Cheney? I am awful at pronunciations of spiders, let alone people's names. I really apologise. Hopefully I'm getting it right now. So it's Cheney, not Shani. Portsmouth tarantulas should do a mystery box called #Blame Scott's Inverts. It's really a box of fake beards. Cheers.
Harry's beard's fake too.
Yeah, I stick it on every morning.
Chris come down and he had these two kids with him, and his daughter literally grabbed my beard and started swinging on it to prove it was real. I was like, thanks, but that fucking hurts.
No more nails. That is.
No more nails. Yeah.
Right. Scott's a tattoo tour. You need to show us all your tattoos that are okay to show.
I don't know how well you're going to be able to see them. Yeah. So obviously, I've got the neck tattoo. I've got another neck tattoo. What one's this? Is this a treble clef or the horseshoe?
It's the musical sign thing.
Musical note, that's a treble clef. That's for my dad because he's a classically trained musician. And I've got a horseshoe. My mum used to train race horses. So that's for my mum and dad. Because my mum and dad actually said, don't ever get anything above your neck tattooed. And I thought, if I start off with a little tribute to my mum and dad, then they can't complain. So you've got the Joker mouth.
That's cool.
That's a cover up, though, isn't it? Because you use
that's a cover up. Yeah, no, Hailing Island.
Island.
Yeah, I actually had Hailing Island tattooed on the back of my hand because obviously growing up I grew up on Hailing, and one of my best mates, Evelyn, she's a tattoo artist, and when she was first starting out, like I was a guinea pig, and that was actually the first tattoo she ever did on someone. Like, and it was because we had might have had a bit too much to smoke.
Oh,
and
that one's a cover up.
Yeah,
because it's got my ex's name.
Oh yeah, I've got all that on that. Like that's been
the skull on the back of my neck. That's another cover up because I had an ex's name.
Yeah, I learned that mistake.
That one's a cover up.
I think Jaden's put an order in. It says feel free to TikTok.
Jaden.
I think we're gonna have a lot of TikToking tomorrow.
I better do my hair, mate.
So I've got just trying to sort this out. Got my Buddha. That was my very first ever tattoo. This dragon. That was the first one I ever got when I was 16. I've got stars. I've got lots of little ones on my wrist.
At one point, my tattoo stopped doing stars because he got that pissed off with doing stars.
I actually did them myself. those stars.
He said stars are all right. He said, but everybody wants the 3 on the neck. He says, and it's just like,
yeah. No, I actually a few years ago. That's probably would have been my answer to your previous question, like about what would we be doing. I actually got myself a tattoo kit and I started tattooing myself and like my mates and stuff. And I kind of got there, but trying to get into the tattoo business is a hard thing.
Oh, a bit of Eminem.
Might be an Eminem fan there. So that's my Red Hot Chili Peppers. Can't stop the spirits when I need you. That's my band. Love a bit of the Red Hot Chilies.
Red Hot Chilies. Californication, one of my favourite songs.
Not that Mikey knows who they are.
Yeah, they say the 17-year-old that works for us hasn't got a clue who they are, which made me feel really old.
Wow. He is really old now.
Yeah, it was 1985, I think their first album was.
I got him into him in the mid-90s, I did.
Yeah, Californication album. I think that was in 98, I think.
They were big into the drugs at that point, weren't they?
No, they just Californication was when they all came off it. Like, I mean, you had the album before that, which was One Hot Minute, where their guitarist John Frusciante wasn't in it because he had gone a bit over the top. But like Blood Sugar Sex Magic, like early 80s, the mid 80s to the early 90s, they were far too. I mean, and I don't know if Anthony Kiedis's the lead singer's autobiography, Scar Tissue, is an amazing book, absolutely amazing book.
Jaden says for Theraposa, Blondie was the last one that he needed, so he's just bought one from you.
Yeah,
he has. Yes.
Unusual Pets says, "Oh God, that's disgusting. He should know." Yeah, From out the 90s,
Um,
yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers and Nirvana are two of the bands that everybody from the 90s should literally know.
Yeah. The Smiths, The Cure, like everyone used to know them. 90s music was so much better than people.
Definitely not the Smiths.
Oh no, I never get the Smiths. You can't beat a bit of depressing Smiths.
Depeche Mode, yeah. Marilyn Manson, oh fuck yeah. Yeah, we'll watch Manson.
I do a bit of metal every now and then. Pantera, Slayer, bit of
Gates of
Sepultura.
Walk for Pantera, Roots, Bloody Roots, yeah.
Yeah. So I actually saw Soulfly live.
In the office, Harry.
My playlist is mostly filled up with Eminem now because of you.
That's lies, mate. It's Arctic Monkeys and all that sort of era.
How about Rage Against the Machine?
I love a bit of Rage Against the Machine.
I think were they the band that burnt $1 million on stage and said they wouldn't reform again until there was world peace?
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, you're never getting back together.
That's a really nice comment. Thank you, Unusual Pets. I don't know your name, but thank you for the comment. That's Danielle.
At the last show, Danielle. At the last show, Leah was almost right next to you, on the corner.
Yeah.
E&L Binding Crafts. It was where I was flitting to and from, but then you would have seen Lewis dressed up as Spider-Man there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Jam. Corn. You see now, Corn. Yeah, they were amazing, but unfortunately their bass guitarist did what he did. And I think people's focus moved away from them.
I used to have my hairstyle exactly like the Corn's bassist until all that kicked off.
Yeah, I was blown away. I was like, "What? I think is he still in prison? Well, he should be."
Same as Lost Prophets, though, isn't it? Like the lead singer of Lost Prophets. Like what went down with him?
And his voice was flipping someone else as well.
Oh yeah, Kenobi versus Ninja Dragon was an absolute tune, but you can't listen to it anymore because it's just an horrible. He's an horrible cunt. It's 11 o'clock. I can say that.
Yeah. Only stuff I like is dirty drum and bass.
We're getting cancelled.
Well, if you knew what Ian Watkins, Scott's a drum and bass head. He loves his techno. Techno.
I like a bit of drum and bass, but in the 90s, it was like you either had to be a Ravehead or a Metallica or grunge, or you had to be one or the other, didn't you? And I was definitely kind of metal and grunge. So, one day I'd be looking very, very metally, and then the next day I'd be looking like I'd been dragged through a bush backwards because I've been listening to Nirvana.
Yeah, then you get the bands came out like Prodigy and stuff like that, kind of mixed the two elements together, and it's absolutely stunning. Like, sad day when Keith passed. But then say you got Pendulum. Pendulum of like they kind of took the reins of that kind of like metal crossed with drum and bass.
Linkin Park, rap and metal.
Yeah, new metal, the evolution of new metal with them and Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
We listen to all that in the office.
Listen to a bit of everything, don't we?
We do.
Leah says she's more of a Metallica lady. See, man, Metallica are literally still the biggest band of all time.
I saw them live at Reading Festival probably about 10 years ago now, and they were, second best band I've ever seen. I've seen Chili's live, and Chili's were my third best because Rage Against the Machine they would something like live. Rage Against the Machine are indescribable, absolutely indescribable.
Are they the ones who got pissed from them in a bottle?
No, that was Panic at the Disco.
Every rock concert, a bottle gets thrown from the back with fluid in it. It's piss.
No, that was my first ever year at Reading Festival. Panic at the Disco came out. It was just as they were getting big, and literally they were getting bottled, and this big bottle full of piss just came and smacked hit the lead singer right in the eye. Oof, he crumpled to the floor. Like, show had to stop for about 15 minutes. he walked out and went, "All right, you cunts, let's see if you can hit my other eye." And with that, the barrage that came at him was unbelievable.
So one of my favourite bands to see ever live was Levellers. The Levellers live was just epic. Jeremy on that bass, how he had long, massive dreads, and he spent the whole night spinning round and round and round and round. I was like, how you can do that all night is beyond me. The lead singer, I've met him. I had a few beers with him years back now, because Mark Chadwick, he did his own stuff for a bit. So he come to a local venue in Nuneaton and did a night there. That was awesome. Most of the songs he sang though that night were all Levellers songs. To be honest, My Ruin. Have you ever listened to My Ruin?
Yeah, the female lead singer, isn't it?
Yeah, I always said like female version of Marilyn Manson. She was awesome live, awesome.
Yeah. So and like the operatic metals like Nightwish, Within Temptation, like they're crazy. So I mean, Nightwish went downhill a little bit when Taria left, but
weren't they playing in London last night?
OC Tarantulas. Do you know who is good?
Not so sure.
Beautiful South.
What? Beautiful South.
I love you from the bottom of my pencil case. A Beautiful South track.
Harry.
I remember that because I was a kid, and it's like one of the songs my parents played all the way to Cornwall at 60 mile an hour and all the way back from Cornwall at 60 mile an hour.
What's up, Scott?
Night, Jackie.
When did you say Metallica play?
When did I say I saw Metallica play? It was the last time I went to Reading Festival. They headlined the Sunday. Right, it was supposed to be Tenacious D. Was it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Some great bands mentioned in chat.
It was supposed to be Tenacious D followed by Slipknot followed by Metallica, but Slipknot pulled out at the last minute, so Tenacious D and Metallica had like an extra hour each.
How old are you, Harry? If you don't mind me asking.
I am 34.
So you was a baby in the 90s.
Yeah. I was 88. I was born.
I was literally born in 1990. I'm 32.
Was anyone at Reading when the singer of Owl 7 threw a tampon in the ground? Stroggs was. So, I mean, I'm 43, so I was born in 79. So the 90s for me was like, that was the teenager coming into man, do you know what I mean, era. And music for me was like the only thing you could escape your parents from, really.
I was a baby.
So it was the early noughties for me, that kind of era. I left school in 2004, went on holiday with my mate to Cos by ourselves at 16. That was pretty fun. Then started discovering what kind of music I was really into, rather than just listening to like my sister's CDs.
I think I went on holiday in 90. I think it was 99 with my mates, and we did that much drugs. It was unreal. And then I come back from holiday, found out I could go out on a night, do drugs, come home, and my parents wouldn't notice. So
says something about your personality back then, though, doesn't it?
Oh Christ, yeah. Now I am older than both Harry and Danielle, says Nicola.
But Scott was born in 1982.
41 feel like 71.
So 34, I feel like 18. I still don't feel like an adult. So.
The difference between being 18 and being a mature 18 is just things hurt a bit more. That's it.
Yeah, you make weird noises when you sit down and stand up.
You can't jump and twist as much as what you could. That's about it.
Yeah, you can say can't climb trees anymore.
All right, BMX, mate.
Now, that stopped when I reached 6'2". Hitting myself in the chin.
Strokes on 49 used to go to Reading.
I've still got my BMX. It's in the shed.
Scott on 98 just looks good for it. You see, being old though, you're kind of entitled to that old man grunt, and what you're also entitled to is if anything needs moving and there's somebody younger than you around, it's their job.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm loving having a 17-year-old working for us.
I love that. I'm just like, yeah, I remember being shit on at your age as well. And now I don't know that I'm doing it to you.
That's what we have kids for, isn't it?
Again, if you're going to do an order with Portsmouth Tarantulas, get it in pretty quick, and you'll get an extra little freebie in there, as well as if you order before the stream ends.
And blondies are 50 quid at the moment.
And the blondies are only 50 quid. And remember to get it. Ask them to do it on TikTok, so Harry has a massive day on Wednesday. Chinese at Wanker says, "See you." Hey, you've got to do that by the end of the stream anyway. You've got to give it a bit of that. Leah says, "I'm 34 but look 50, trying to look 20." No, you don't.
Age is just a number anyway.
Scott has a mohawk because he's going bald at the back, so he combs it. I'm not going bald at the back. I'm going bald here, mate. That's why I had the mohawk. It's when you start going receding here. It's about the only haircut you can have.
Yeah, I recede like this patch.
Good.
I mean, I had long hair, I had it cut, and going bald really don't faze me. Don't bother me. I doubt if it does you either, Harry. It's just for Harry. It's just more room for toes.
That's it.
Scott is the albino version of Mr.
I think
T.
Harry would be sad if he lost the beard.
I didn't have the beard when I first started working. I had the old school tash. It was like the gentleman's tash.
I tried to convince you to shave it for Halloween so you could be Walt from Breaking Bad, because me and Scott are like 20 years behind him. Only just watched that.
I haven't watched it. You see, I'll do that with the beard wax and stuff, and it just goes from this to being flared out. It won't stay like that.
No, I had to do it because obviously when I just had the tash itself,
one side does and the other don't.
Yeah, no, you have to like tame it to it, so it's still got the memory that it still remembers.
Well, welcome to Scott's Inverts. We have Danielle and Scott on from Portsmouth Tarantulas. And we have Charles Bronson live from the prison.
What are you talking about, you fucking cunt?
Strong Scott, shave it off. I used to have long hair, now as bold as Harry. Oh, see, I mean, I was going to, but our lad's autistic, and if I'm chilling with him, his hand will go up and he'll start playing with it. So. And that sends him to sleep, and he'll be playing with mine while playing with his own, So I'm very much like, I suppose I better fucking keep the thing.
Harry, you drink a lot of tea, mate.
I do drink a lot of tea.
Third cup of the evening.
I've got my big cup.
The big question is, though, Harry, what tea bags are you using?
PG Tips Pyramids.
That's where you're going wrong. Yorkshire, mate. Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea. It's a bit too strong for me. I like my weak tea. You see.
When you progress,
he has milk.
Yeah, I basically have warm milk, warm sweet milk.
Oh no.
And I drink it cold as well.
It has about 5 sugars as well.
In this cup, you have to. Look at the size of it. Look at the size of this cup. In a normal cup.
Yorkshire tea, as strong as you can do it. Definitely no sugar.
Coffee,
no, I have the opposite.
Coffee
the opposite.
in the morning, 1 cup a day. That's it.
I do like my filter coffee. I ain't gonna lie. And
yes,
if me, Chris, and Lewis,
I have instant.
If me, Chris, and Lewis stop off at the services, they always take the piss out of me because I'll go to Costa And if it's Halloween time, it's a pumpkin spice latte. If it's Christmas time, I'm looking for Starbucks for an eggnog latte. In fact, the eggnog lattes are out at the moment, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. Please tell me you don't put the milk in first. No.
No, milk in first. That's the way you have to do it.
No, you don't put milk in first.
Sugar, milk, tea bag goes in just as before you pour.
No.
And I've never had anyone complain. Everyone has always said how wonderful my teas are when I'm making my tea.
Because you look like Charles Bronson, so they don't dare say any different. They're like, you put your tea bag in, and it has to be boiling water. As soon as that kettle clicks, straight in. Leave it for stir it, leave it for 5 minutes, stir it again, and just put a little bit of milk in. Job done.
5 minutes.
It's the Hailing Island way. The Hailing Island way is milk first.
Because they're all funny on that island.
I do drink milky tea. I've got a couple of Asian friends, and the way they do it is they put milk in the pan, they heat the pan up, and the milk's boiling. They put the tea bags in, and then they make it that way. And that it tastes, it's different taste again, but it's quite nice. But you don't.
So that's how I make hot chocolate.
You do not put the milk in first. That is just disgusting.
See, because if you put the milk in afterwards, you end up with that little weird film on top.
That's
you get like a weird film on top of your tea. That weird gunky film.
Harry, you can't talk about weird and gunky. What did you have for dinner today, mate?
What did I have for dinner? Do you mean dinner or lunch?
No, I mean the evening meal at around 5 o'clock. Not tea. Fuck off. Dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast.
I had seven fried chicken with gravy.
Oh, that's actually proper.
Yeah, but it was my neighbour cooked it for me though.
I was just about to say that sounds like a KFC.
No, we had. we had Shannon's
I can't cook. I cannot cook to save my life. Like I've worked in kitchens before, and I've had like Michelin star chefs try and teach me. I'd love to be able to cook. I'd love to be able to. I somehow managed to burn things, and they're still frozen at the same time.
Harry, what did you rate on your frozen microwave meal yesterday?
No, that wasn't yesterday. It was a few months ago now. But yeah, I got my lasagna out of the microwave, grated some cheese on top. Forgot to take the film off beforehand, so I just grated the cheese into the film.
I mean, I'm not bad at cooking, but I've never used a pressure cooker. And I used this pressure cooker thing we got the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, you press the button, it locks, right? Yeah, put the thing on number 2, the highest setting. Yeah, right, got it all going. Right, just turn the cooker up to full then, don't you? Yeah, did that.
Harry's great, really.
Fucking Jesus Christ. 45 minutes later, the kitchen's just like a steam oven, and the cooker's just full of fucking stew water everywhere. And I was like,
yeah,
what the fuck do I do now? And then I was like, oh yeah, you just release the pressure, don't you? So, yeah. Fucking Jesus Christ, it just went like this. And I was like, what the fuck? So I turned it down again.
The comments have gone mad about what order of food it goes in.
There's breakfast.
Luke is correct. Thank you, Luke.
There's dinner, and then there's tea, but there's loads of snacking in between.
If you're a hobbit, you get second breakfast, 11's.
11's. Yeah. But if you want the figure to stay fat, you've got to eat. So you got to feel our pain. We have to eat. I think I was like 17.
Lunch, which is why it's called lunchtime, and dinner.
But they're called dinner ladies because they do.
Because they serve hot food.
No.
But you take a packed lunch.
Start domestic.
It's not tea as in hot tea. It's afternoon tea.
Afternoon tea. That's like
Ask Harry.
Dinner is the right way, says Nicola. Oh my word. Oh, multi-version.
So what about if you have like a little snack after dinner? What's that then?
A snack.
It's a snack.
Afternoonies.
It's normally pudding. Pudding.
Don't, right, because I'm that fat that I will eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then at about 8 o'clock at night, I'll then go and make myself some roast potatoes.
But we're programmed to eat at what we've got in front of us anyway. It goes back to our ancient brains from when we were living in caves, because the idea was we'd eat as much as we could, and then we wouldn't have to go out again for a long time. So it's not our fault.
And we didn't know when the next meal was
Probably all
coming.
just snacking on a crisp sandwich during the live.
I'm having something to eat again once the live finishes. Trust me. I'm going to be closing the stream at 11:30. So if you guys want to put an order in at Portsmouth Tarantulas, again, you'll get an extra freebie in there, but you've only got 7 minutes to do it. Remember to put a hashtag blame Scott's inverts in the comments. I'm not going to mention TikTok, otherwise I'm going to get my head battered next time there's a show on. But if you haven't checked out Portsmouth Tarantulas on TikTok, please do so. It's absolutely cracking. If you're interested in how spiders get packed and kind of behind the scenes, because we only get the box, you know, we order spiders and you just get the box. You don't see the whole process, and I think it's really interesting to see that process being done out on TikTok, and getting that audience it's getting as well. As you know, I think it's cool.
There is only 4 blondies at £50 left.
There's only what? Sorry, 4 blondies
4
left.
Blondies at £50.
My God, if anybody wants to buy me one, that's fine.
We do have plenty at 65 afterwards though. When they're not the only ones we've got.
I accidentally put hashtag Scott's a wanker. That's fine. That's fine.
We know what it means.
I think Harry and Danielle will see that on Wednesday and just go, yes, he is.
Normally Wednesdays are our quiet days where we get to catch up with making boxes and tubs and stuff. That's not going to happen now, is it?
Blame
Thursday because we can't send anything out on Thursday.
Blame the weather and Royal Mail.
Blame the weatherman.
What do you do when if the weather's crap and let's say everything's gone out and you can't send stuff out for like 3 days? What do you get Harry doing? Or is it watering, feeding, maintenance days? And
I'm on the packing side of things. I don't really do the food feeding and watering. Right, so I make sure that all my stuff's ready to go. I've got to make sure I've got the tubs already made, the sling tubs ready made, the boxes ready made, as best as I can without getting distracted by other things.
What do you do for the rest of the day, Harry?
Well, I will say I make myself look busy, pretty much.
There's a sweeping brush.
Yeah, do the hoovering, like just wander around, look at the spiders, make sure they're all good. Tell the volunteers what to do, and then generally just put South Park on YouTube.
Nicholas says might have to use a hashtag when I order, but it won't be tonight. But Nicola, you're moving anyway, so I think Scott's going to sort something out for when you move anyway. So, which is pretty damn cool.
When you make the order, just put in the comment like you just moved. You were speaking to us on the live stream, and we know exactly what we're on about.
Lewis Wilson. Yeah, Lewis is at his girlfriend's house tonight over in Wales, so you got no chance of him getting back to you on Instagram until he comes back to Coventry and he's bored again. That's the only time you got a chance of him dropping you a message.
If orders come out tomorrow, I will try and phone people, and if they're not answering, then I'll text or email. So just keep an eye out on your emails if you have ordered today during the live stream.
Tarantula Rocky, looking forward to my mystery box regardless of when it arrives. I've not had one for a while and it's cheered me up no end. Been proper miserable recently. Matt, you've got my telephone number, mate. If you feel like shit, I don't care if it's 2 a.m. in the morning, just ring me.
Oh,
and we can have a little
I
chit
ain't
chat.
got your number, mate. I want a little chit chat at 2 in the morning.
All right, you can have a number at 2 in the morning.
we're taking turns with phoning.
Yeah, I've got up to 4 every day.
Yeah, I'll phone them.
Scott, have you seen the Argentina Saudi Arabia score?
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Go
No,
on.
what, 2-1?
2-1 Saudi Arabia. That's crazy.
Yeah, like 2 goals in 5 minutes, I think it was.
Fucking stunning goal as well, that last
Right,
goal.
guys, we're here to talk about Portsmouth tarantulas.
Sorry,
Is that
shocked me.
is that where they kick that bag of wind around and think
Yeah,
they
For
should be
nine-
paying ridiculous
it's supposed
amounts
to be
of
for
money?
90 minutes, but it seems to be they're playing like 120 minutes every match at the moment.
See, Layla's like, can I put the football on? I'm like, no. Fuck off in your bedroom and watch it. See you later.
I don't watch the football until it comes to the major tournaments, and then the whole hype scoops me up.
I'll watch if England like get to the
Harry,
semi-finals.
you should see Scarlett at the moment. She's just asked if she can not go to gymnastics on Friday to stay at home to watch England versus United States.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one, Strokes. I'll watch the mixed martial arts. I love that.
Oh,
I'll watch.
Love the UFC. Love the UFC.
Oh,
You know, it's since Collins left, it's not been so good. Since McGregor's left, I loved his attitude. I loved his attitude. What he brought in, but him just.
But you've got Paddy the Baddy Pimlet now doing the same thing.
Yeah, true.
And he is.
No,
he's, in my eyes, he's better than what McGregor ever was.
I've never. No, McGregor's the only person I've ever seen knock someone out with his shoulder, though.
Khabib just made Gregor look like he was nothing.
Oh, well, Habib was another level, though, wasn't he? He was untouchable. Habib, like.
I also like Nate Diaz a lot.
Nate Diaz, pound for pound, best fighter in the world.
He don't give a fuck.
He was mean as well.
Khabib would obviously leather the fuck out of him.
Khabib would level the fuck out of anyone. Like even out Overeem and Gugu, like the heavyweights, I reckon he'd be able to take the heavyweights down easy.
I trained mixed martial arts for about 10, 12 years. Long time ago. Night, Sinal.
Yeah, so the only downside to getting into the UFC for me was that now I can't watch boxing. Boxing just seems far too boring now.
Because it is.
Like it's just like I used to love watching the boxing. Like,
I like watching the gypsy fights on YouTube because I think if two people have an argument and you're going to go to war, I think it's the best way.
yeah, especially with how they end it as well, don't they?
Coming out. Harry.
What?
Harry, watch Arnold, Ali, and Top Guy in life. Has a huge, very detailed cock on his old car. No idea why. The LP came out and ate food while the live's been on for Strogs. Kimbo Slice was Luke's favourite. He started off homeless and just fighting to try and get money.
It's how most of them start, isn't it?
I do like the BKB. One of my old friends actually helped kickstart BKB off in this country, brought it a bit to light in this country. Barrington, he passed away.
Might have died.
Should watch Mannered Chimpanzee. Oh. I do like watching bare knuckle, but I like the respectful stuff where the ref ends it when it should be ended instead of just letting it go on too far and stuff. Harry just almost come back into stream then. He appeared for a second and then disappeared. Oh no, Luke, yeah. Guys, you've not got long to get an order, and if you want to get a little freebie from Portsmouth Tarantulas, and if you want to see what they do, just check out my last video. I paid 20 quid and got an absolute epic bargain. And Danielle and Scott didn't even know that I'd bought it either, because I like to try and make it, you know.
I'm back.
Hello.
Here he is. He's back.
So I don't know. My phone just decided to kick me out for some reason.
You're talking about football. Your phone don't like it.
Yeah, that was probably it.
Night, Michael. Take care.
Night, Michael.
Night, mate.
All right, mate. My phone's dead though at the moment, so give me about half an hour to charge the bloody thing up. Charger port's all dodgy.
God, that's a big old unit you're smoking there, mate.
Let's see the Dragex Pro. I'm on 30 watts. I'm on 30 watts, and it's just a little 2 mil tank. The Alf bar contains 2 mil of fluid, which is just one of those.
The Alf
and they've
bar
gone up in
contains
price.
no nicotine because I don't actually smoke.
What are you vaping for then?
I like the flavour.
Just get a packet of April fruits.
No, I went through some stuff with my my granddad and my uncle dying recently, and it was more of a stress relief, really.
Oh, I get that. Used to run at 315 watts. Fuck. I did have one at 200, but that was when the old beast tank was legal. The old 10 mil beast tank. That was a massive thing. And that was just to piss people off more than anything. One blast and that was the room full.
When we went over to Poland, the friend that we went over to see, he was vaping in the car, and the smoke that blew back out of his window and into the passenger side window. We're like...
Oh, no, it was a 315, but I ran it at almost 200 on a drip. I got ya. You got anything special coming into stock soon, or?
Me?
Yeah.
I've got plenty of stuff on the shelf. I'm putting it on the website at the moment. Dribs and drabs, you know?
Yeah, I got ya. Oh, hey, Converter Man's been listening to the stream. Just gave mature male A. Shackley's his first pairing. Not too sure if it connected, but happily locked for a time and didn't get eaten, so all good.
Always a bonus when the male survives.
Yeah, I've not paired Shacklades, but I'm guessing that they're going to do that little kick when there's an insertion, like most females do. Have you ever paired them up?
You've bred a few fan of pair with, haven't you?
Yeah. I've paired the Calcodes, but not ever been successful yet.
Yeah, fingers crossed it all works, Mark. I'd put her in again though. Put him in again.
Absolutely. Especially if it's your male. Best thing to do is leave him in there and let him as much as possible until inevitable happens. It's what happens in the wild.
If it's my own male, yeah, I'll pair the female up 2 or 3 times and then just leave him in there to get munched, because that's what, like you're saying, Daniel, that's what's supposed to happen, and it encourages better slings.
Exactly, yeah, so the males in the wild actually let themselves get eaten, so make sure the female has the protein to make a successful egg sac.
The only one that I haven't found to do it is the Emernia. My Emernia, last time I paired, I didn't eat the male, and they co-inhabited for about 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, and I've just paired up my Emernia again 3 times with Mark Spider Guy's male, and then the subadult. I just thought, I'll pair her, see what happens. You never know. I didn't check her molt to see if she was mature enough, see if that flap had darkened off. So she got paired 3 times as well. But yeah, I had to pull him out and send him back to Mark. Haven't seen him make a sperm web. So it was a practice run to encourage him to make one. It can take like 3 or 4 weeks for a more mature male to pop out the sperm web, you know.
If you put a bit of the female's web in with his cage, it will happen 5 times faster.
Yeah. Not Aaron. Get them pheromones across to the male and get him horny. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In fact, when Hadley was going and he was pairing some of the hard shit, he said he was using a feather and going across the male's sperm web and then shaking that feather over the female's enclosure to get the hormones from the male over to the female, and then transferring web from the female's enclosure to the male's enclosure. So they're both already horny before you put them together. Like smelling knickers, says Matt. Oh my God. Right, guys, I'm going to give it another minute, and then unfortunately I'm going to have to close the stream. So you guys have got about a minute left to put an order in at Portsmouth Tarantulas to get that freebie, and then we're going to be closing the stream. Unfortunately, it's been an epic evening, and to think it's 20 to 12, it only just seems like it was 8 o'clock and we were just starting like 10 minutes ago. It's gone really, really quick, unfortunately.
And it appears that we've going to have a busy day tomorrow as well for some reason. So
I'll be in usual time, mate. I've got the kids to get to school.
Yeah, I'll get in early.
Is that Danielle's excuse for about 9:30-ish?
I'll
he's
get
about
there
quarter
about
to 9.
9, thank you.
Yeah. Where I live, I'm surrounded by schools, so I get in early just so I miss all the school traffic.
Oh, fair play, yeah.
Yeah, I've literally got about 7 different schools just surrounding me.
Gaia. Matt says, I'm so glad I pushed for this. Scott, it's been amazing having Danielle, Scott, and Harry on. Knew it would be. Have PT back soon. Yeah, we'll hassle these guys for another live stream, definitely.
No, it's been good,
isn't it?
First stream I've stayed in for the whole time in a long time, says Luke. Nice one, appreciate that. But yeah, unfortunately we are gonna have to close the stream. I'm desperate for a piss. And talking about food, I now want some food as well. So luckily, the enemy, the wife, she's not feeling very well, so she went to bed about 45 minutes ago. So I'm free to attack the food cupboards. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolutely fantastic evening.
Thanks for inviting us.
And of course, the TikTok is just absolutely amazing. Everybody's loving that. I mean, the little group chat I'm in on WhatsApp, people always post it up like Danielle's done this. Look, I ordered and it's got my name on it and everything. I think it makes ordering a bit more special.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Matt says his mystery box is ordered tonight is in celebration of his first year in the hobby. Just don't tell Kathy. Wow,
and
been a
Matt
year.
ever ordered from us before?
Yeah, that's Matt who did your logo and that. I think he's ordered a few times. I think Danielle and Scott have frozen and thought, well,
yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it?
Oh. Maybe they'll pop back. But yeah, Matt's all ordered from Portsmouth Tarantulas before, and had a box at C's as well. He says mystery box.
Yes, I know.
Cheers,
Hohini.
Hohini. Right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. If you've been watching from the start, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. to the new channel members today as well has been pretty crazy. Thank you so much. Everything that comes from channel members and donations and all that type of stuff goes straight back into the channel. I think you guys can see it as well, which makes it better. Malachi, Scott, I had a centipede and it died of mycosis. I cleaned his enclosure and cleaned it with bleach, not water. I waited a day and put her in it. Is that okay or no? Okay. So you had a centipede in an enclosure which died from mycosis. Then you bleached the enclosure out, and you're asking if it's safe to put something else in there. If you're going to bleach an enclosure, I would then think about using a dechlorinator to take away all the bleach and making sure you rinse it out really, really well. Mycosis generally comes from the wild, and it generally comes from being too moist. The humidity can be too high. Having said that, the exact cause is still unknown, but that's where people are thinking. No worries. Right. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate you all. And thank you so much.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
See you later. Bye, everybody.